advertising rep, right?
Not exactly, no. Do you mean professionally?
Yeah, professionally.
I was a web developer until I'm kind of a full-time video maker now, I guess.
I was wondering, the thing with Painkiller Already is we can't get consistent, like, quality audio each and every week. Somebody's watching the stream.
Sorry, that was me.
All right.
I immediately.
And most of this comes from, our lackluster internet connections. And what I was wondering, is there anything better than Skype for holding up, audio signals?
So in my dreams, this show sounds as good as like the Howard Stern show. Like, I don't know what that takes. If it takes a monetary investment, if it takes some time, but I would like to get this to the next level. How do we sound pro? Any ideas?
Yeah,
Not something I'm really familiar with, unfortunately.
yeah, I got to throw another wrench in the thing too.
I would like
It
to
has to
solve
be.
it anyway.
It has to be something that everybody has access to or could easily download. Because one of the big problems with stepping away with other chat programs that might have a little better quality is nobody else has them. Right? Currently, everybody else has Skype. Generally, it's like one of those things. Like everybody has a Twitter, everybody has a Facebook.
There do exist other solutions. I think there's Skype is peer-to-peer, whereas something like, say, Mumble, I think that uses a server. So you've got one centralized server and everyone connects to it. I think that might be.
Too. Yeah.
I think that would be a bit more reliable, at least. And I'm not sure about quality as far as audio is concerned.
Which mic do you use, Stuart?
I use the Rode Podcaster.
The Rode podcast. I'll have to check it out. No. I'm pretty happy with my mic.
I got an audio question since you seem to do the same thing as I do, Woody. I currently have a Phantom mic, which I can't get to work on my PC. So I'm still using a shitty Triton. How can I get my PC to recognize that that third-party mic that runs through the Phantom power amp?
It's a USB mic. Oh, it runs through the Phantom. You have like a mix amp that it plugs into?
Yeah, it has like an amp, and then the amp goes USB into the back of the PC.
Actually, you're a little bit ahead of me. I just bought a mixer like that so that I can do music better, and it still won't be as good as freaking Sideshows, but that's why I hate him. But
I just upgraded my mic. Colin, you know D-Crew Colin? No, he recommended the Blue Yeti one, so I got that, and it's a fairly sexy looking thing. I don't know how it is.
Onslaught has one of those.
Does he?
You know, it's funny that you mentioned how sexy it is, because I mentioned how phallic it was, which informs me of what you're finding sexy. Right then, I've never seen a mic look more like a penis, and I find you sexually drawn to it. So
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, we haven't started the stream yet. I haven't. A few thousand people haven't heard me saying how much I like to look at my penis-shaped mic yet, have they?
Oh, it's live.
Yeah, we're live.
I got a snowball, so I got the testicles.
Charlene's over here laughing because she's like, "This guy sounds just like a leprechaun."
Yeah.
That's funny.
It doesn't really look like a penis to me. It looks more like R2-D2.
And I tell you, I wouldn't mind having a penis this size. Look at the girth on that thing.
Oh my
It comes with
god.
its own stand as well.
This thing
Yeah,
looks
exactly.
so much like a penis. Alright, I'm going to put a link in the stream. You guys
Oh no,
be the judge.
it looks much worse in picture.
Tell me, if that thing's not penile, then I have no idea what is.
That's a robot cock. Yeah.
I got a serious question. Ira Puncher's Irish too, but like he doesn't sound nothing like Sideshow.
No,
Like,
Pirate Puncher is Northern Irish. He's at the top of the country. It's actually part of Britain. So yeah, he's got a very sing-songy accent. I like his accent better.
It sounds like an Irish guy that lives in like Manchester.
Where is your brown-eyed girl from?
Say that again?
Danielle, I think your brown-eyed girl? That's her YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, she's Northern Ireland as well. I'm not sure what part, but yeah, they're up north.
I've never even heard her talk.
Yeah, she gets a lot of stick for her accent. All the little horny bastards watching her video. Oh my god, your accent's so sexy. It's in our comments.
That wouldn't bother me. I would be fine with that.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I either get,
Wait till you see my picture.
your accent annoys me. That's what I get half the time.
I'm still waiting for this link that hasn't happened.
Which one?
Oh, in the stream? No, I put it in the stream.
Yeah.
I can put it in Skype as well.
Are we getting Cody Gamble on today?
I heard she would stop by. Apparently she has a flight tonight, but she can make it by. So we'll see how it works. Her boyfriend is in the stream. And
Yep.
I forget his entire username, but it has 72, the number in it.
It's the
Oh,
72nd
yeah.
stream.
Okay.
You know, if price is any
There it is.
indicator of how good my microphone is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping it is.
How much was your mic?
That's $158.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
the
good.
same. I want.
That does sound good.
I wonder what it would be like to have a porn star as a girlfriend.
Well, she obviously probably wouldn't want sex when she got home, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Just gonna leave that awkward silence out there for
Yeah,
everybody.
we're tell when we do.
You know, it would kind of be confusing because obviously she can get it down with a bunch of guys that are very successful that get paid to screw other girls. I mean, what would it take to actually hold down a porn star?
Oh, he did a
To hold her
commentary
down?
Yeah,
I've
he
seen
did.
a video or two on the subject. Just like some ribbon and a bed.
Just your hand, really. You don't really need much.
posts on it.
No, I'm talking about
Pretty
like
small.
this. Obviously, she's not with you because of your sexual prowess, because she's obviously with people that has large amounts of sexual prowess. They get paid for it.
Oh, this is such a bad topic to be talked about with the 72nd in the stream.
No, he's done it. We've talked to him before. She pursued him, apparently, when they
Guy
first
must
met.
be a god. Really? Like,
He's not. I think he's a good guy. He's not that good looking. Not that funny, you know. But I guess
Make
He
her
knows
feel
women
real
really
welcome,
well.
huh?
he knows
He's got
women really
something.
well.
he's got
Yeah.
something I don't have. Like, in my entire life, a porn star's never chased me down.
It's true. I think he may have met before she was a porn star.
What are said skills that are being insinuated in the
Yeah,
chat?
that's awesome. He says, I'm not that good looking or funny, but I got skills. Like, man, I'm digging it. I'm guessing it has, like, I don't know. What kind of skills could he have?
He's got a blue Yeti dick. That's what he's got.
Yes. He can touch his nose with his tongue. He can touch between his eyes with his tongue. That's a skill.
That is a skill. Oh fuck! I'm dying.
I think he just knows how to, like, I don't want to say manipulate, but he knows how to talk to women in a way that gets a certain response.
I never had that talent myself.
Yeah, I don't really either. Like, I can't really talk to women in person without, like, throwing up from nervousness. But
You know, I gotta say, he probably gives a really good foot massage or something. There has to be like a catch.
Something romantic.
I don't know. I don't think porn stars are any different from, regular women. They probably just want a regular bloke.
he's 6'2", 280.
I don't think flowers quite cover you. I'm sitting there picturing porn stars as this lavish lifestyle of, like, hotels, wine, and lots of money. But porn stars don't really get paid that much anymore. Most of the porn stars that actually make money living off of it do it off their own personal sites.
Yeah. Or dancing or escorting. It just raises their prices if they're a porn star. So she makes $1,000 a day. That's pretty good.
That's good living. That's more than I'm making right now.
Damn. She probably doesn't work every day, but still, it's not bad for your hourly wage.
Yep. That's a good day. That's a good day.
$1,000 a day. Is that before or after taxes?
So for you guys asking where the picture is, for reasons I can't explain, when I put the picture on, my audio gets worse. Even when I don't stream the picture, like, you'd think it was an internet connection, but even before I started the stream, when I used the camera, it ruined my audio. It made it all choppy and not good enough. So we're going today with a black screen. Maybe I'll be able to figure out how to fix it before the next podcast.
Let's go and ice cream this up. We're doing it vintage Painkiller Already.
Old school.
Old school, baby.
Old school.
Oh, you know what? I just realized I was like I tried to use the video, right? I tried. I had it all set up. These guys told me that I had audio issues, etc. And whatever. I gave it a good college try, and I've just now realized I'm not wearing any pants. So maybe it's good. I'm glad that I'm not streaming with my pants on.
That would have been.
I know Kyle's been having trouble getting here, and obviously he doesn't want to carry his Xbox around everywhere. But I guess the Kinect thing's dead, that we start doing these things through the actual Kinect.
Oh, I love that idea. Still, I have a Kinect in my room.
I have one too.
Yeah. Do you think Kyle can afford a Kinect? Do you think he'd manage to swing that?
I don't know. I can get him a loan.
I don't think he makes much off YouTube, so.
Yeah. They better get, how many Kinects a day can Kyle buy? I'd love to measure his income in Kinects. Could he buy 12 a day? 18 a day? Is he a 36 a day Kinect buyer?
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with Kyle wouldn't be his ability to afford a Kinect. He could probably buy a new Kinect and an Xbox in every city he stays in at the hotel. Mm-hmm. But getting to the point where he has a Kinect and Painkiller Already at the same time. I mean, it'd be a pain in the ass to travel with that kind of stuff, getting on and off planes and things like that because it's electronic.
Yeah, and game consoles in particular, you have to take them out of your luggage and everything. It kind of sucks. For you guys asking, was eating? It's me. I'm done. I'm sorry. I hadn't had any food since lunch. It's been 9.5 hours. I just had to get up to eat. It was me. I'm done.
I'd like to see the video Kyle will come up with a load of Kinects and some of his weapons. I'd say that would make a good video.
Can you see him hanging from that contraption? He puts the bottles on. Just a bunch of Kinects.
Yeah.
Because he blows away children's dreams of having Kinects. You wish you had them, and I shoot them for fun.
Yeah, I give him really bad ideas. I'm like, why don't you do an epic mealtime parody where you hang the $100 bills instead of the soda bottles?
I don't know. Oh, that's about their controversial episode, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, they got a lot of hate.
They got a ton of hate for it. Did you like it?
I didn't like it. I didn't. I've videoed it myself out on a few nights now, and you get home, right, and it's ready to upload, and then the next day you see it, and it's you get that feeling that people aren't gonna like it. But if I had that video, I wouldn't have uploaded their video to my channel. I
do a terrible job of predicting which one of my videos are good. I uploaded a video today that got, what do I call it, critical acclaim. Other commentators were writing me on Skype saying, "Hey, I watched your video. I think it's the best one you've ever made," etc. As I finished it, I was afraid it was boring, and it turned out to be really well received. There have been other ones, in particular, there was one where I did this Any Given Sunday speech parody that I was psyched about. I was like, dude, this is such a home run. You guys are going to love it. Nobody liked it. Nobody liked it. It was terrible.
You couldn't even get the blood to run over, huh?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, that thing was a 1.5. It was people were pissed. They were mad. And that Any Given Sunday parody speech, it was just not well received. So I've just come to accept that I'm not good at predicting which of my videos are hits and which are misses.
It's tactical sometimes.
Oh yeah, my friends on Skype, the poor guys, they put up with so much shit from me. I'm always sending them stuff saying, "Is this good? Is this good? Will people like this?" I seem like a cool dude in my commentaries, but I'm not. I'm just a freak. I redo videos 4 times before I put it out, and then people are like, "Oh, I love how fucking just improvised it is." I'm like, yeah. I actually spent 10 hours working on that. Thanks for noticing. It's strategic.
No matter what you do.
Bollocks. Yeah.
There's always going to be good videos. There's always going to be bad videos. You just got to keep on, keep on trucking. Build on the good and try and minimize the bad.
Bad videos.
Seriously.
All right, let's take a vote in the stream. Is he qualified to talk at bad videos? I think he's unqualified, quite frankly.
It's all relative. I mean, sometimes the pun at the end isn't as good as, I don't think I've quite topped to the M72 law pun, for instance, or the Scorpion. Those are the height of my pun-making ending.
But you're worried about a single pun, and I'm worried about my entire channel.
Populates the video.
Yeah, you're saying all this, and I'm putting like you guys putting all this high effort, and I think about every video I've ever seen where a guy like tripping, falling down the stairs with like 10 million views.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had a hater who said that he's a total hater. He's actually a YouTube commentator you guys would have heard of. And he described my bark dog collar video, one that I thought was pretty funny and really. See, you're laughing, right? That was a good video.
Well, that was some epic twitch you did.
He said it was
pretty funny.
the artistic equivalent of a monkey throwing feces through his cage. And I'm like, really?
That's funny though. That's funny.
Also, this is YouTube.
I want to see a monkey
It's not
throwing
bloody
shit
art
through a
gallery.
cage.
it's a pretty funny desk. As far as haters go, that's pretty clever.
Yeah, he's good at insults, I suppose. But you know, what are you gonna do? I thought it was a good video. So is it 10? Nope, not quite yet.
We got about another 13 minutes.
So Wings, I'm curious about this. Your family has a restaurant, and you're an investor in it. What is your
Yes.
role in that restaurant?
My role in that restaurant was pretty much funding income.
Really? So you don't work on it?
A little bit. I help with the books. I help with the marketing. I help. I basically do all the firing.
So that's your role, firing the staff.
Firing the staff, double checking, paperwork, things like that. Make sure it's not as big as role as I want to. I'm basically helping my mother. This is the second business I've helped my mother create. She had a cleaning service as well, which she always gets into the point where she wants to work more than paying somebody to work. And I always have trouble convincing her that her time is better spent elsewhere, such as marketing and lining up jobs. Or, it's hard to explain. Like for right now, it's better to explain by example. Like for right now, I'm trying to convince her that we sell Hunt Brothers pizza there. I don't know if anybody knows what Hunt Brothers is. I don't know where it is in the world. And in the South, we have Hunt Brothers pizzas, like a little cheap pizza that you make. It's for about $10. Well, it costs about $4.50 on us. That's how much it takes us to make the pizza with electricity and everything together. So I'm trying. Why don't we send a menu out with every pizza box we sell? Why don't we have a small delivery area? Why don't we do this, this, and this? Why don't we get price tags up, run specials on the weekends, things like that? And it's hard to get these kind of things motivated and going on through, especially if she's come off surgery. So marketing is the large chunk of what my earning of the income is.
So you're kind of the idea man.
Yes. And I also put the startup money up because that wouldn't have happened without that.
Right.
So we had to remodel the entire thing, and we're about to start our second one up here in a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
That's. I'm excited for you, man.
Because we took it from when we've got the restaurant, it was doing around $400 a day, give or take, and there were some days we've seen $150. Just nobody came in to do it. Now it averages probably on a bad day $800, on a good day $1,500.
All right. Hey, before we start the show, to the mods in the stream, is Mubot working properly? Yes. All right. Yeah. So, given that Mubot is working okay, you guys posting links will get timeouts, and you need to be careful about that.
Is it the Naked Lindsay link?
Naked Lindsay tonight.
Yeah, they send the naked.
Just search for it on Google. Naked Lindsay, all pictures. It's the first thing that pops up. It's the first thing I did when I saw it. You don't.
What is Naked Lindsay?
It's just some emo chick from the internet, and they have some pictures of her. And if you invite friends, then you get extra pictures. So it's like a pyramid scheme for porn.
Fuck that. I thought it was Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't make any sense.
As you if you can get someone else to click on the link, then you get more pictures. And basically, so it starts off where you see like one revealing picture, and then they get better and better as you get more people to view your link. And I guess it's just a way to drive ads, ad impressions. So I searched Naked Lindsay all pictures and I see them all, but I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest.
There's one naked one. That's it.
Yeah, who's playing the xylophone?
That's my phone. The call missing says blocked, and I'm sitting there going through my head like, who the fuck have I blocked?
Yeah, dude, I've been getting a lot of calls from blocked. Could it be Alki?
I don't know.
He's in my phone. I don't know. Yeah, in the past like 2 weeks, I've been getting blocked more often.
Yeah.
Like,
it is an Alki because Alki's in my phone.
would it work if the
Because I called him.
number was blocked though?
I called him to get directions to the restaurant that night, and he called me back, and it came up.
Okay, and that's not it. I don't know what it is. Oh wait, so we have 4 or 5 minutes. You're the intro man.
I've got it. I wrote it down early.
Really?
Is
that all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. So let me make sure I've got my opening question lined up.
Oh, the opening damn it! I meant to prepare an answer for that. I forgot about it.
Oh, is this the mermaid woman one?
Or the swap bodies one. I can never tell.
Oh yeah.
I've got a whole new one.
Oh.
I'm ready though. I like this one.
I'm worried. I'm very worried about that one.
Yeah, I don't.
How bad could it be?
Dude, I think it has to be said. I think it has to be said. You've got the sexiest voice ever, man.
Every single
Your
time.
voice is fucking awesome.
Woody, you remember when you asked that question? Remember that you always talk about Dan the Love Man on the Savage podcast or whatever that is?
Yes.
And he answered the question, how do you prepare to get golden showered?
Dude, he was brilliant.
Yeah, I figured my own one out.
Really? Is it as good as his? So,
well, what it is you change a baby boy's diapers.
Oh, no. So I listened to this podcast. It's called, I think, the Savage Lovecast, and the guy that does it is Dan Savage. That's his name. And he gives relationship and sex advice. And, like, at first, you're like, oh, my God, this stuff is so over the top. But after a while, you get kind of hardened to it. Yeah, bad choice of words. But so this woman calls up and says, hey, my boyfriend's into golden showers. I've never done this before. A golden shower is when you pee on your sexual partner. Is there some way to ease into a golden shower? Is there any like rookie's version of how you do a golden shower? And he like didn't miss a beat. He's like, oh yeah, there's a rookie's version. You start off in the shower and work your way out from there. And I was like, wow, that's actually a pretty clever idea. Like you start off in the shower and work your way towards dry land. And he had this thing about rubber sheets, and he was clearly an expert on the topic. So yeah, my man.
Here's the question: like, do you do the golden shower before intercourse or after it?
Why not both?
So you're trying to say you're not down for the golden shower?
Before. I'm going to say before. And you know why? After.
Why?
All I really want to do is watch TV. Like, it's over at that point. Like, it's after, it's, dude, before is for the golden shower, after is for, like, Xbox or something.
For some reason, I got an image of Woody slapping an ass cheek and then flipping the remote on.
Only on my birthday. Otherwise, I have to find some sort of compromise.
You little brazen when y'all satisfied, huh?
That's enough, baby. Roll on over. We'll get some office on here. All right, Wings, are you ready with this?
Yeah.
All right. Let me get my recording going. Okay. So, guys on the stream, it's pretty obvious. Your level of exposure is going to go from 4,000 to something much higher. So, you ready, Wings?
Yep.
All right. No 1, 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption with no exemption to Sideshow and the Irish roll across the key. We got Asian muskrats and flying Brits. It's Painkiller number 60.
God damn, that was good. That was really good. So Onslaught always reminds me to slowly introduce the guests. Let's start with Sideshow. So we have the Sideshow. How are you?
I'm not so bad. How's everybody getting on today?
Good. And
All
we
right,
have
shishay.
FuzzyOtterBalls. Lucky Charms.
FuzzyOtterBalls. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and last but not least, we have X-Boy-Ahoy, who would never stumble on words like that.
Ex-boy ahoy.
I'm sorry.
You always say my name. You always say my name wrong. Anyway, it's a pleasure to be here.
And he never says my name wrong because he's freaking.
I don't think I've ever
Estoy.
said your name.
Well, you'll say it all night with perfection, I have no doubt. Let's talk about the opening question. So, let's lead off with XboxAhoy, who said that, how bad can the question be?
What is XboxAhoy?
Is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Xbox, like the console.
How come I... All right. Let me formally apologize, XboxAhoy. I'm truly sorry and feeling mildly retarded. I'm going to edit that out. That's my big plan. I'm taking this out. All right.
All right,
So
take two. Come on, from the
you're
top.
going to wake up in the morning. Would you rather be covered with thick sperm or chunky vomit?
Oh, I knew that was going to be bad.
Has to be vomit.
Really?
I mean, they're both pretty bad, but sperm is sperm, and vomit is just food that's been chewed a bit. So I'm going with vomit.
Do you know whose vomit it is?
Wait, is it my sperm and my vomit, or is there like is it a mystery?
That's a good question, but I'm going to go with we don't know the source.
Okay. I'm gonna go with vomit because I can at least pretend that's from a woman. If it's sperm, like it's probably not me, so it's going to be some dude.
The real question is, where does that much sperm come from?
Yeah, if you're covered, it can't be just you, right? Unless you're like, the 72 stern in the stream there. It's got to be more than one person. I assume that's a superpower.
Yeah, or
Well,
if you're
assuming it's human sperm, what if it's like an elephant or a horse?
We're going down dangerous paths there.
You have a good point.
bringing up
All
some
right.
bad memories.
Who hasn't answered yet?
I haven't answered yet, and
All
I'd
right.
go with vomit because you wake up, you're kind of jury-eyed, and you don't really know what's going on. You might think it's oatmeal or some shit. And plus, sperm is like sticky. You ever get sperm on your leg or something? If you leave it there a while, it gets a little sticky. Vomit, not so much. Vomit cleans off a lot easier.
Yeah, I'd go with vomit too. I think it has to be vomit.
Wow.
I think it's easier to identify because you can see, if it was something you ate the night before, then you're like, yeah, that's me. But if it was sperm, you'd start to wonder, I think.
I think, to be honest,
vomit
if you wake up with day old sperm on you, you're going to vomit anyway. So
Wow.
That's a very
so
good point.
You guys are making me feel quite gay because I sort of just ignored the source, right? Forget the fact that it came from your belly or your peenie. And you just, which is the grosser substance, And I find, frankly, vomit to be a far yuckier thing than sperm. Sperm
But
it's a
And
relatively...
sperm's good for the skin as well.
Sperm is it's consistent in, I guess, consistency, texture, etc. I think sperm smells a lot better than vomit does. The smell was actually one of the leading factors in my decision. Sperm is clean. Sperm is...
What?
Yeah.
It's mostly clean.
It's like
Sperm is clean,
no one gets
Yeah,
infections from like a sperm in your cut, but
except for HIV.
point taken. but yeah, like I just as I think about the substance, not the source, I really think sperm is the preferable thing to wake up covered in.
No, I don't know.
I suppose there's one way to find out.
No. Well, this will be
Two
a good
Mike's
question
Hard
for
Lemonade,
Cody
and I'm
Gamble.
good to go. I'm sorry, Wings, what were you saying?
No, I think I prefer something coming out
I
of somebody's
think
stomach
you get
than
Cody
out of
Gamble
their
on this
sack.
question like right now. Is she around you 72 stern?
She's
we
flying,
can
I
come back
think.
to it. Yeah.
Well, send her. Give us a number. We got a call.
Hey,
That
one
would
of
be
the
the weirdest phone call she ever answered.
Probably
someone
not,
said,
actually.
One of the topics they asked us to talk about was Modern Warfare 3. So, I'll start. Modern Warfare 3, from the rumors I've heard, is almost exactly what I'm looking for, right? And what I kind of want out of Modern Warfare 3 is Modern Warfare 2 fixed. And here are the things that I think are going to be in it based on different sources and such. One, there's no stopping power. So I'm kind of psyched about that. No stopping power sort of freed up and changed the way that people can make classes. And combine no stopping power with more powerful guns, and you have something that's pretty interesting, like a fast-paced Modern Warfare 2 like play speed, because the guns kill in one less bullet, like they had stopping power without taking a perk slot. And they're obviously going to fix the one-man army noob tube nonsense. They're getting rid of, I think, all the death streaks, right? Which is, they're like every Call of Duty that comes out, they're listening to the community, removing the things that made people most angry, and that's that. So some people are saying that it's just a repeat, like Call of Duty didn't do anything groundbreaking for Modern Warfare 3. This is all prediction stuff. But I didn't want them to start all over again. I wanted them to take like a Modern Warfare 2 or a Black Ops, fix the things that.
Are they using a different engine?
No. They're so every time they take the engine and evolve it. So yeah, it's an updated engine, but not new.
From what I've heard, they've got an entire new engine on this one.
Nope. Nah, I'm actually really confident about this, and I read an interview with Robert Bowling about it. And he said that like every time they take the previous engine and they modify it. So the COD 4 engine was called Infinity Ward 4 or something like that. And then the next one was called like, something 5. And he said that out of respect to the role that Sledgehammer's playing, instead of calling it like Infinity Ward 5 or whatever it would have been called, they're calling it the Call of Duty 5 engine or Call of Duty 7 engine or whatever it's going to be. So I guess it'd be.
But will it be like Modern Warfare 2 engine, or will it be like more than the Treyarch
It's
engine?
a direct derivation from the Modern Warfare 2 engine, I think.
Oh,
that was the IW4 engine, it was called.
Okay.
The only issue there is the IW4 engine was based off the Quake engine, which is very old now. So I would like to see it completely built at some point.
I'm risky on that, right? Like, if it was a completely new engine, then would it still be Call of Duty? Right? There's something about the way Call of Duty plays and responds and the pace. I can't think of another console-based shooter that has the same pace.
That's the thing. I mean, the hardware itself hasn't changed, so there's no real need to change the basics of the engine.
Battlefield's doing. Can somebody mute their phone, please? I'm looking at you, Wings. Thank you. Yes, I guess you're right about that. The hard feel hasn't changed. I don't know. I could have made that argument between COD 2 and 4 and said the hardware didn't change, but they obviously did something brilliant about the engine. It's a much different playing game.
As far as the basics are concerned, the engine's the same. COD 2 was IW2 and COD 4 was IW3.
As long as they have beautiful sound, I don't mind. I'm happy with Modern Warfare 2 sound. That would make my year.
Don't even get me going.
I'd like to see a map with 2 rockets on.
Is there some way we can get 15 rockets? How about, now hang with me here, what if we had a map on a rocket and the thing just shook and made noise the entire game?
That would be orgasmic. That would be beautiful.
I want to map this entirely in a nightclub with throb music.
Yeah, that was probably next on Treyarch's to-do list. I don't know what they were thinking with those maps.
Well, don't like a nice train horn every now and then.
So yeah, they're telling me not to even start about the sound, but it's a shame. In World at War, the sound was bad. In Black Ops, the sound got even worse. The thing about World at War was your own footsteps, right? You like, I don't know. For some reason, you can't tell, but your guy is wearing one of those like jester's hats with the jingle bells.
There are fucking bells on them. Like, how are you going to sneak up to a fucker if you're wearing a Santi outfit? It's fun. It pissed me off.
Absolutely, man. You can't hear anything but your own bells jingle jangling the whole time. And
live comment, and I was turning around in circles. I was spinning around in circles trying to find a fucker. He wasn't there.
That's true too. Yeah. Something about World at War. It sounded like there was someone behind you all the time. You had to adjust to it. And in Black Ops, do you remember when that game was released? The sound was practically turned off.
Yeah,
like it was. They patched it and made it better, but they didn't make it right.
I just bought the Tritons like 2 days. Triton AX Pros 2 days before that came out. I nearly threw them through the window when that game started. It was the worst.
Oh yeah, man. I don't even run Ninja, and Ninja was on every class back in every previous game. But come Black Ops, Ninja's a waste of time. They ruined the sound. They broke it. So
yeah,
it's good and bad. I mean, I love Tactic Mass Pro though, but I miss my sound horn.
Yeah. Any other Modern Warfare 3 thoughts?
Just Flak Jacket. That's the one thing on my mind. Sound and Flak Jacket. I hope they have Flak Jacket again.
You like Flak Jacket?
I love Flak Jacket.
Me too.
I can't get enough of Flak Jacket. I hate getting I won't start around. But
it curtails the explosive spam a bit.
Yeah, and I love domination, but I love jumping on a flag, you know? So I love it when I can jump on a flag and 2 or 3 grenades go about 3 foot away from me and I'm not dead. I like that.
Flak Jacket Pro is the best, right? So I stopped prestiging, like after 1 prestige, and that means I always have Pro. And I consider it my personal responsibility to throw back every nade. So there'll be like 3 of us on the flag, and it's like, I got this, guys. You know, tossing nades left and right. And the time, if you guys don't know, I'm sure you guys know, but if anyone's listening that doesn't know, Flak Jacket Pro makes it so that when you grab the nade, the timer resets. So all these frag grenades that come my way, it's my personal mission to throw them back or just throw them away to keep all my flag capping teammates alive.
You see, you'd assume we all knew that, but I hadn't got a fucking clue until about 2 months ago. One of my friends said, "Man, why didn't you throw that away?" I think half my team died on our A flag. He said, "Why didn't you throw that away? You're wearing flak jacket." I was like, "Why? It was about to blow, man. It was about to blow."
Did you say throw that away?
Yeah. Throw it away. Throw it.
I use it for the fire protection ability because I am just the worst person in the world when it comes to placing napalm. I will drop it down and then run into it because I've always put it over an objective. So Flak Jacket Pro keeps me alive, which is awesome.
Yeah, Flak Jacket Pro, it's awesome. I used to only have it on my FAMAS class, so I stopped using it entirely because everyone was trolling me for using my FAMAS too much. And I think I just need to set it on my other classes because it's boss perk.
The one perk I want is something like Tac Mask again.
Oh, yeah. Tac Mask it protects you from the flashes and stuns, right?
Yes. And those are what kills me the most.
Yeah, I don't get killed by that too much. It pisses me off when I do, but it doesn't happen enough for
campus as I do.
Well, yeah, but the claymores get me much more than the stuns and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, that's why you put Flak Jacket on with it. And then you walk through the claymore.
So one of the top
Are you a TDM player? Oh, are you a TDM player?
I'm mainly TDM, yes.
Yeah, same with myself.
There's a lot of claymores in TDM. Like, I don't play TDM all that often. I go in there, and all of a sudden, you can't rush without Flak Jacket on. You'll get claymored all the time. Or I guess you could use, what was it, Hacker Pro? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like as my third, or else Marathon with Flak Jacket, because then I can run through them, and they're not expecting it.
Yeah. I should run Tac Mask more often, and I could use flashes. Because flashes are the boss if you don't flash yourself. At which point they're the intern or something like that.
Flashes are way OP, dude. They got like a 20-meter range in the last 10 seconds.
Oh my god! Watch me start using flashes with Tac Mask and like having good games, and then all of a sudden the whole freaking community turns on me for using flashes. We can't get a good game without flashes.
I think they're too slow for me, though.
Them. Yeah, I think they 700 milliseconds they have to throw, I think. Whereas your stuns are 300 milliseconds.
It's whatever. How about those cocksuckers on Nuketown Domination that wants to throw the 2 flashbangs as soon as he spawns? That's what I like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't use flashes, though. Because I like to panic with my stuns. I like to panic and just fuck them around as quick as I can. But the flash, it just takes too long, I think. For me, anyway.
The Casey Anthony thing.
Oh, okay. Casey Anthony thing. So I don't have TV. I haven't been following it that closely. But I read a survey that said only something like 30% of Americans believed she was guilty. Or were convinced she was guilty or something like that. What do you think, Wayne? Have you been following it?
I can't tell you a survey or anything like this, but pretty much everybody's mad that she didn't get guilty. Like, obviously most people don't follow the case really, really strongly. I didn't really follow that strongly either, but I could see the point. Like, I knew she wasn't going to be guilty when they were ready to announce the verdict because, one, they never proved that Kaylee Anthony was killed. She obviously died at some point. They never proved she was killed in any way, shape, or form. There was ideas, there was theories on how she would die, but they never could prove the said theories. There was a lot of misdemeanors, a lot of loops, a lot of lies, and there's always speculation. I think the big reason that most people have it out for her is the fact that she was out partying and she pretty much made up an imaginary character when she had to basically go in for the police investigation.
I think this is a topic. I think this might be a topic me and Oh, I nearly said it wrong there. Me and XboxAhoy have to stay out of. I don't think we. Do you know anything about this?
I know a little bit about it, but not enough really to discuss it.
Is it a big
what
deal
happened?
over there?
Well, what
you
happened
guys heard of
was a toddler named Kaylee Anthony was killed, and
Toddler,
toddler, 2 or 3 years old, and her mother waited a month after she went missing to report it, like 1 whole month.
for a toddler.
For a toddler, and when she reported it missing, she said that she had a babysitter that kidnapped her a month ago, and during this period where she said that the baby was kidnapped. And when she reported it, there was photos of her, hanging out at bars, kissing up on guys, partying it up. And then later, they found the body of her at her grandma's house.
Fuck me. That is bad.
With duct tape over the mouth and some other
Duct
stuff.
tape over the mouth, yeah, the whole nine. And she had like chloroform in her system. Casey Anthony's trunk of her car had chloroform in the carpeting of the car. Things like that.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. As far as do I think she's guilty? I mean, I maybe just because of the behavior and the way she's acting, but they couldn't prove it. So if you can't prove it, you don't go to jail. Do you deserve to go to jail? Probably.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the core tenet of a legal system, isn't it? You don't put someone away unless you're, sure beyond reasonable doubt that they're guilty.
Now, let me ask you. Let me ask you this.
I think I don't know. Maybe I don't know, but I think that is way beyond reasonable doubt. I mean, if it was a month before it was called in, she was out partying, and then it's found in a relative's house. That I think that's enough for me anyway to put someone away for life.
Well, what most people are wondering now is obviously she's going to put a book deal out there, and porn companies are offering her top dollar to show her pussy on camera.
This makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Are we still talking
right.
about the? Are we still talking about the toddler? Like the?
Yeah, we're talking about her
Oh, no, I don't mean the toddler. I'm not that
Oh,
bad.
you European guys, for goodness sakes.
No, I didn't mean that. That's terrible.
Are you going to close your
Stress
channel
myself
now?
out.
Did you,
I think I
toddlers with
might do
cucumbers?
that. No, it really puts waking up with vomit or sperm on you. It really puts that into perspective, though, doesn't it? That something this disgusting is going on. I don't know.
Now, will you guys be watching the Casey Anthony porn? Would you check it out?
Absolutely.
No.
Day one.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Did you really watch that trial the whole time, like wondering, enraptured if she was like legally convictable, or were you just like, is she gonna?
No,
admit?
sure. I haven't even seen her. I'm just going on what Woody and Wings have said. That's all. That's all I know about.
She's worthy. Yeah, she's hot.
Oh,
She's-
yeah. The stream. Oh, and it has T. Martin's seal of approval as well. So
Yeah, dude, what else do you need, right? The man,
exactly.
she's not, who's T. Mark's dream girl? Selena Gomez or something? Is that
Yes.
that woman's name? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he'd trade her in for Selena, but, she's hot.
Now, why the hell was his dream girl be Selena Gomez?
That's
She's
not a
hot.
bad choice. Yeah.
What age is
She's
Selena?
yours.
I thought she
Yeah,
was
you're
under
again?
no?
She's got
old
two.
enough.
She got baby cheeks.
You just
A
know
little
all
bit.
4 people on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm baffled. Like, yeah, she kind of does, but, I need to look again. I'm not sure I looked at her face.
That's a good thing.
She got really, really baby cheeks. Well, I think me and Woody and White Boy talked about this on the trip to L.A. recently because I was actually sitting in bed and they came in, they're bored. And the first thing on my mind was like, if you get sent to jail on a crime that you didn't commit and later on down the road you're found not guilty of the crime and the 16 or 17 years that you basically served, you get paid restitution for. What would you think would be fair restitution? Does anybody actually know what restitution that their state would actually give?
I don't know that you really get paid for being sent to jail improperly. Are you
have
sure
to.
about that? Well, I
You
mean,
have to.
it would fit my sense of right and wrong, but it seems like you don't.
I'm
get
pretty
paid.
sure over here you probably wouldn't get anything. Probably just get like a letter that says sorry.
I think
Ah,
that's
you
what
have to get something
here.
though.
Come on now. If you go to Walmart and they don't loosen a lug on your tire that falls off, they give you 18 million bucks. You're trying to tell me if they go, oops, sorry for taking 17 years of your life, they ain't gonna give you $1?
Yeah, I have to go with wings. You have to get something for that.
But
Florida's $50K a year.
50. That's cheap as shit.
According to Google.
When I was a kid, I was told that if you got put away for life for murdering someone, and then it turned out they weren't dead, you could go and kill them. Now, I think that might have just been a rumor, but
you can. That's double jeopardy. You can't be convicted of the same crime twice. If I killed Sideshow and I got convicted and I served my time and Sideshow is not dead, I can't be convicted of killing you again.
Would you? In that case, would you?
So I could, if you fooled me and made me serve my time and I got out, I could legally kill you, and they couldn't reconvict me.
I'd fly to the Bahamas. I think that's where I'd go.
Oh, there we go. In the UK, you can get compensation up to £500,000. So there's that.
How much per year, though?
I'd rather have £500,000.
Texas is only $25K per year.
Still £500,000. That's like what, $75,000, something like that.
So Wings is right. You can get
$750,000.
But you should check out these numbers. Like here, I'm going to read some off. I've done a little Googling here. In California, you get 36 grand a year. In Wisconsin, it's $5 grand a year for every year you're falsely convicted. In Alabama, it's 50 grand. In Louisiana, it's 15. In Tennessee, it's just a cap. It's not annual. $1 million. In New Hampshire, hold on to your horses. There's a cap at $20,000. New Jersey, in New Jersey, they calculate your lost income and pay you that.
So if you were on welfare, you'd be fucked for that, would you?
I would think so, yeah. Or if you worked at McDonald's, you just get that wage. Like that's not worth the butt pounding that I would get while in prison.
Woody, are you insinuating that?
On your butt.
Now, Woody, are you insinuating that you would go straight in and try to beat somebody's bitch?
Oh shucks, I don't know. Like I think my first approach would be to keep my nose clean, right? Just to stay away from people. Let's assume that in the prison system, there'd be people there who would just kick my ass and have no trouble with it, or groups of people who surprise you with a lock and a sock, and then self-defense really isn't going to work out. I think the first thing I do is just not look at people, stay out of trouble, etc. From there, I don't know. I guess I'd go down fighting. What the hell? I'll do it.
You see, I'd have a wholly different avenue. If I go to prison, my first instinct is to get back into school and get in good with the guards and the school teachers. That way, if somebody's picking on me, people that actually like me, that's actually outside the fourth wall, can come in and intervene with them.
Oh, I don't know if you want to get too friendly with the guards.
Have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah.
I mean, in Shawshank Redemption, in Shawshank Redemption, your man was keeping his nose clean, wasn't saying anything, and he still got fucked up the bum bum. So
he did.
He really did.
Yeah.
So I actually know prison guards. I used to, when I was fighting, there was a bunch of prison guards who did it with me, and their advice was, that bitch move in high school when you're like staring at someone and you kind of flinch to make them jump. Like, you familiar with this?
Yeah.
Okay. If you do that towards a prison guard, then they'll send you to solitary confinement. And you can just do that repeatedly and solitary your way through if it's a short amount of time.
Oh, but would you not go crazy? I'd say you go crazy. In solitary, I think I'm too weak to be stuck in a room on my own for too long.
Really? Because I think that
I say that as I look around
for an entire year. I think that describes 2010 for Wings of Redemption.
Well, see, I had visual stimulation. There, you just got bars and bricks. I'd be like drawing pictures in the fucking mortar of the brick.
I'd have manual stimulation.
Selena Gomez portrait on your wall, written in drop of blood.
I think I would test out the whole covered in vomit versus sperm thing. Like, yeah, let's give this a go.
Spend your time researching for PKA. That'd be a nice.
I mean, there's a difference between hard time and easy time. Like, That's the reason I would have went the school route. Because if you go to school, you learn 2 or 3 languages, you're reading, your time's going to go by faster than somebody sitting there on his bunk, mad at the world, staring at the wall.
Yeah, but you've got maybe.
Depends
What
on
would you be in
prison
prison
as well.
for? Yeah. What do you think you'd be in prison for?
That doesn't matter. You have access to all these educational facilities in prison in America.
Well, I think it does. I think you might, like, depending on your crime, you might get locked up in max security or something, right?
I think even in max,
rape.
I think maximum security is something you have to do for, like if you act out in prison, you get put there.
I'm going to say, hypothetically, Wings of Redemption is in prison for having sex with a cow. Just, based on Painkiller Already, episode 57, right? Like, let's say that's what he got locked up for.
You probably don't want to talk about your crime, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't tell the other prisoners about it.
If that's the case, if that's the case, I shot up a store and I was liquor while robbing a bank.
This guy has the best comment in the street. I'm down, cow. That's totally how it went.
Oh.
You guys ready for a new topic?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to lead this off with XboxAhoy, properly pronounced from now going forward. If your spouse was going to leave you for another person, right, so this much is given, you're married and she's leaving you, would you rather her leave you for another lover of the same gender or an opposite gender?
Ooh.
Opposite gender. Easy. Easy.
Okay.
Any opposite gender to me, or?
Yeah. So
Okay.
my wife leaves me for a woman.
Right. That would be the opposite scenario.
Well, both scenarios kind of suck, don't they? But I suppose precisely who it is doesn't really matter. So I suppose at least, the lesbian route opens up a few sort of routes for the imagination.
So true.
Well, they have lost their spouse, but one still has the memories.
Wings? Would you rather
I'd rather it be the same guy, the same as me, another guy. That way I can practice the art of teeth soup.
What? What is teeth soup?
What is teeth soup?
Teeth soup is when you grab a guy by the collar and beat him in the teeth with a mag light until his teeth are floating in a pool of blood.
Oh my Lord.
I can beat up her significant other if it's a guy. If it's a girl, I can't do it. So obviously I want it to be a guy.
I'm a small guy. I think I'd have more chance against a woman, to be honest now.
You know what? Let's go back to this. What you got to do is you get you some shit to knock that motherfucker out. You get you a nice friend.
We're back into prison violence again.
Oh, you
open the can of worms.
You get you a syringe, get something that put him out. Get him some Benadryl or some shit, or pull a bitch barrel full of Benadryl and some drink. I don't care. Get that motherfucker drowsy and sleepy and beat the shit out of him if you need to.
All right, Sideshow?
Is your girlfriend sitting right next to you right now, listening to you?
She's
slowly edging away from you.
She said yes. He could hear her over his mic. She said yes. All right, Sideshow. Would you rather have her leave you for a guy or girl?
I'm not sure how well. I've never really sort of. I don't know. I've never really been like madly in love with anyone, so I couldn't tell how it would react. But I'd say it'd be the opposite sex. I think I'd prefer if they went for the opposite sex, because then at least I could be like, yeah, it wasn't my dick that was the problem. It was, she'd like, yeah.
Sounds like the dick was the problem.
See, that's actually I'm lined up with Fuzzy. Like my thinking is that if she leaves me for a woman, then it really wasn't a judgment on me. It's just that she really wasn't into guys. If she leaves me for a guy, then obviously she went for an upgrade.
Yeah.
Well, you can look at it this way too, Woody. If she left you for a woman, maybe you turned her off men.
That's impossible. I'm gifted.
It sure doesn't work that way.
or it was the best, and she had to go out on top, and she could just never have anything else after that.
I like the way you're thinking. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
For me, I'm Asian, so it's probably the former and not the last one.
Paintball Kitty says vag is better than penis. I have to agree.
Yeah, she's probably onto something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. All right. Paintball Kitty, she knows her stuff.
It's a real smart cracker rap one right there. What was her name? Like 10-Minute Kitty or something like that?
Who?
Oh,
Kitty.
yeah. It was. Her name was like 10-Minute Kitty. Apparently, so she worked at a lesbian bar, and the minute she eyed someone up who walked through the door, they said that she would be hers in 10 minutes.
Oh, that is so awesome.
What?
I have to talk to her about this tomorrow now.
That's awesome.
That is
I've
amazing.
heard her troll like dating sites in Georgia, and it's the funniest fucking thing you've ever heard.
Oh, dude, I went to a restaurant with her in Chicago, or outside Chicago. And, we're like, whatever. There's a waitress there, and the waitress was pretty. And Katie's like, yeah, she's not my style, or whatever. And I'm like, how do you know she was even gay? And Katie's like, 10 minutes and she will be. Like,
I was about to ask you, have you seen her actually work?
No, I have not seen the magic in action.
We have to see this. We'll eventually get Kitty on a trip again. We have to force her into a role where she has to work.
I think we should find another lesbian bar with like a waitress called 8-Minute Amy or something, and just make them have a duel together and see who wins. That's what I do.
Kitty,
what you're thinking.
I'm fair warning you, Kitty. I'm gonna pay a girl to turn you down.
8-Minute Amy. The battle is on.
I still think Paintball Kitty would find a way to win it. I think.
Wings Billionaire Challenge round 2 is coming up.
Yeah,
Have you thought about who you want on your team?
I've thought about a lot who I want on my team, but it doesn't mean jack shit though, because it's all about we gotta do something to insinuate who goes first or who the first round draft pick is. Everything else is based off auction, so I'm pretty much left with the scraps because I doubt I get first. I mean, I
should
can
get
give you a
first.
prediction. I'll give you a prediction right out of the gate.
All right.
First person drafted is Margaret J.
So he would be a good choice, right? He took first place in the Commentator Showdown, and he's a super strong player. I've played with Mark of J outside the Commentator Showdown, and he's a stud. As a matter of fact, sometime there have been an instance where, I forget, Team Art Onslaught and I were in a lobby. There was a team of 6 just beat up on us and talked all this trash, and we were like, God damn, what are we gonna do? I knew what we did. We got Mark of J in there, and then we beat the 6 of them. That's how we rolled. So Mark of J is a strong player. Done. Does he have game battles experience? I might pick an Onslaught who I know uses call-outs and can communicate, work in a team. A game battles guy, or a guy who's used to competitive gaming, sort of instinctively fills that spot that's not being held. If you're at firing range, you have BC and no one's watching top ramp. A guy who's used to playing competitive gaming is like, all right, this top ramp spot needs to be held. Someone needs to wait here and cover it so no one can come from that direction. A guy who's a master slayer, and I don't know who I can think of that's a master slayer, but some guy whose game focuses on going into the enemy spawn and winning lots and lots of gunfights, then he might not be the best guy in a competitive environment. So I don't know what Mark of J's competitive environment is, or background is.
I don't
Is it
think we'll be
domination,
facing
CTF?
straight up. I think we're facing commentators here, Woody. We're not facing Optic Net Gaming or Team Envious.
But I want my
mean-
team to be as close to them as they can be, right? I'll tell you, I think my pick might be Onslaught. And not only is Onslaught a top-notch player, but for me personally, I know that I play well with him. We use the same call-outs. We, I'm better, on a team with Onslaught than I might be with, hypothetically, The Game 360, who finished higher in the Commentator Showdown, but I've never played with.
I'm going to predict the game's going to be low on the thing because I even said it before and he didn't like it. The game just pushed a lot of engagements on the Commentator Showdown. You had 36, 40 engagements a game. The game was averaging around 120 engagements a game.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, he's going to beat you to 50.
He did something. I mean, but I know that it's true. I never used it as an excuse, right? One of the talents he had was finding traffic. He did a much better job at it than me.
It's
And then
called
some
bull
of the games-
rushing.
No, he said that he held down an area of the map. I think what he did was, take note of where he spawns, move out of that, and kill people as they come there, and he did something right. If you watched any of my games from that, I did not camp. It wasn't as if I stayed there in the corner waiting for people to walk by, and that's why I didn't find engagements. I sat there doing everything I could to find all the traffic I could, but I wasn't as good at it as the guys who finished at the top. And, so they must have had some traffic finding talent. It's not a knock. This is going to be different. These are going to be team-based games. I'm assuming we play domination, although it hasn't been announced. For a game like that, a lot of it is about controlling the maps, working together, plugging those holes, team capping flags, because it's hard to cap them by yourself. That's, we'll see.
I like that showdown. I thought that showdown was a lot of fun to watch. I know it mightn't have been that much fun to play with all the free-for-alls, but I thought it was fantastic to watch the free-for-alls with all the big names.
I think it'd have been better if we did it in heats.
I think that's the plan for the next one. I think what they're talking about is 16 people in it, 2 heats of 8 where the top half moves on, and then a winner's bracket where those go.
Yeah, that would be good. All right, that'd be nice.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that'd be pretty. But we were talking about the Billionaires Challenge, which is team based, and that'll be pretty neat. I'm thinking about the guys I want most. I'm thinking like I might. After all this night's conversation, I need a better term than blow my wad on the first. Like I'm thinking, there's going to be a lot of people in it. Like I predict something like 100 or 120 commentators throw their hat in the ring, and with the field like that, like you might get the guy you really want. Like what if I had $1 million imaginary dollars? If I drop 900 grand on Onslaught. And then there's only 2 more picks. There'll be lots of good choices. I'm not sure the difference between my, second pick with cash left and without cash left is going to make that big a difference. I don't know.
I haven't been keeping up with this enough. I thought he was challenging people to Madden. Is that not what it was? I don't know. Am I way behind?
It's Black Ops now. It's Black Ops. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Black Ops based. If it was Madden, I wouldn't know what to do. But
yeah, I'm trying to draft myself off the team.
Right. The first key to winning is to get me off this team. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to it, and I've done bad in the free-for-all games. I'm kind of embarrassed by it. I honestly believe I can have a better showing in a team-based environment. All right, I haven't been winning my gunfights, and that sucks. Players are good, whatever, no excuses. In a team-based environment, I think that I'm a better player than I am alone. Like my call-outs are better than average. The other thing, filling in holes, filling in that role, controlling the map. I think
the free-for-alls is all Twitch, isn't it? It's all Twitch and reactions and stuff like that. Well, you'd be better at
positioning and luck when you spawn. If you spawn in a shitty spawn, there's really very little you can do.
Yeah, and that's might be a fair thing to say about the Billionaires Challenge, where we sort of played a game and then had winners go. In the Commentator Showdown, where we played 6 games and just used all of them to figure out the result, like, dude, everybody had bad spawns. That's not a valid excuse to me. So, but I've been shying away from excuses entirely. There's great people in the lobby. It's hard to do well.
Is he playing himself? Is the big billionaire playing himself, or what's he doing?
No,
he's not playing.
We are his playthings.
Oh, he's just an enthusiast.
I'm like his G.I. Joe doll. I can just see him flashing like Woody and Wings,
I gotta give it. Mr. David is very hands-on though. Like he was a part of the production team on the thing itself.
Is this the Billionaire now? Yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Yeah.
David is his name.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. He recorded the message in his little chair.
Dude.
Yeah, it was beast.
Yeah, did you guys see my response videos at all?
Yeah,
I did.
I put my dog on my lap. Like that took a couple tries. Yeah,
Did you guys check my video out for the draft?
No, did you upload it today?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, I have to check it out. Today's the day that I work from the office.
What's your name? Ginger. Is that the name?
Ginger, son.
I've got ginger all over my chest. I think I remember you saying that in the video sometime.
Oh yeah.
Some guys. Go ahead.
I went and bought her a little $3 thing from Walmart. It looks like diamonds and you bought it, but it's like little fake diamonds and like pink diamonds and stuff. I'm gonna put that on her and like stand beside like a really shitty car with like really 15-inch rims or something. Be like, if you want some rims like these,
I need some
The
new
next
ideas
exhibit.
for my next Billionaires challenge. Maybe I'll roll in a bed of like pennies. I'll do like a $25 challenge. Just roll in like 2,500 pennies.
Yeah, that could definitely work.
What you know about pennies, Aki David? I'll just go all crazy about it.
How much would it take for 10,000 pennies?
Next week I eat a quarter. $100, right?
What?
$100, yeah. That's what you need to do. Get a bathtub full of 10,000 pennies.
I wonder what
This is up for grabs.
Yeah, you could go down to your bank. You could get that fairly easy, Woody.
Yes.
Really?
They'd probably give you a few funny looks when you went in, but I'd say you could get that fairly easy.
What would I do with them?
How'd you get out? That's a lot of pennies.
You need a wheelbarrow or something.
I wonder what 10,000 pennies would weigh.
Oh, imagine you coming out of the bank with a wheelbarrow. That would be the best.
Oh my God, we need
So
footage
good.
of that for sure.
Nightly.
I could do the whole epic mealtime thing, but with pennies. Like, I got YouTube money. It's $100 in pennies in a wheelbarrow. That would be fun, but this should make for a good show, man. Oh, and they have Fwiz commentating it along with Keemstar this time.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
If there is a free-for-all, like maybe a warm-up or something, like one thing I would do differently is change the scoring. Can you set it to be a point per kill?
Yeah, you can set it to anything.
Dude, when there's a camera on you, and by the way, picture like a real camera, a boom mic hanging in the sky. The guy's like walking with his knees bent, spinning around, getting like from profile to profile shot. And okay, some guy's winning 450 to 200. Like you have to quick translate. All right, he's up 9-4, but it's a lot harder on camera, and you have to do that and look at the screens, and it's tricky. I'd much rather the score actually be 9-4.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would-
that's a good point.
that would
Although
simplify things.
I'd say Fwiz could definitely handle it, though. That guy's a beast of a commentator.
Yeah, he'd be good. Holiday Doc would be good too. He's the new MLG commentator, and
Oh, yeah, I heard
he
that.
did a great job at the last event. So, he would have also been a good choice.
So when's the challenge, or when are all the matches happening?
I'm a little like the dates. I'm not sure about. I want to say the thing's not far out. Like the draft, is it tomorrow? And
is it in his mansion?
not the
draft?
second one? So the
Oh.
I'm not, man. I
Yeah,
wish
oh,
I
it's
had
online.
the dates set, but the next one's online, and I think the following one is in his mansion.
Oh, yeah.
Online changes everything.
It does. Yeah, online changes everything. But
Imagine the after party after this big thing. You're gonna have some serious party after this in his house.
I cannot hang with anybody when it comes to partying. Are they gonna have
In a league of your own.
lemonade?
I'm not a big party goer either.
No,
Yeah.
no, what? He's a billionaire. You can be a party goer for one night.
Okay,
That
so
would
the,
be.
the draft is Sunday, which, as I say this, is the 3rd, and the event is Wednesday, which would be the 6th.
What are you talking about? Today's the 7th.
Oh yeah, that's there's a hitch in my plan. So the draft is Sunday, which would be the 10th, and the
Yes.
event would be the 13th.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, first prize is a time machine.
First prize is the calendar.
I was looking at a calendar, and it only lights up like the week. Like I have the T next to the W lit up, so I'm like, all right, 7th, perfect. Let's work from that. But it's not the 7th. It's the 14th. Did you say it was the 13th, Wings?
It's 13th, yeah.
Okay, so that was yesterday. But whatever. Yeah, you were closer than me. All right, you guys ready for a crazy question? I'm going to start off with FuzzyOtterBalls. Would you rather be killed by fire or by piranhas?
Ooh. Usually it's fire or drowning, and then it's an easy choice. It's fire. But I think it'd be pretty badass to go out being eaten alive by piranhas.
I'm looking
It'd
for
be like going to
a
sleep in a
list.
blender.
How quick does a piranha kill you?
Well,
Or
I assume
like
there's
not
multiple
one.
piranha.
Sorry, a lot of them. Sorry, yeah. How quick is that?
I guess it depends on what flavor of barbecue sauce you've got on.
So yeah.
He makes
I mean,
a good point.
the documentary watcher of me in this knows this is a bullshit question. Piranhas are not normally known to kill human beings. There's only been like 4 cases ever where they've actually killed a human being.
Let me rephrase the question. Would you rather be killed by fire or movie piranhas? Because in the movies they're badass.
Now, if you gave me the question, would you rather get in the Amazon naked or get killed by fire? I'd probably take the fire.
I would definitely go with the piranhas. Definitely. Yeah.
I think I'd have to go with piranhas as well. I mean, at least then you've got a chance to fight back.
Yeah, imagine you ate a few of them as they were eating you. You'd go down in history as a legend. Even the piranhas. he ate 4 piranhas as they were eating him. That's the way I want to go.
It's like fighting those 8th graders.
And man, fire fucking hurts.
What happened to that
you pass
website?
out from smoke inhalation before you ever feel the flames, supposedly. But
Oh yeah, but we're talking fire. We are talking flesh burning off your skin. Like,
But dude,
I wouldn't
piranha biting has to be dreadful too. Like the upside of fire is it's pretty lethal. Like you're gonna die. If you just ate the outside 1/4 inch of my skin, am I even dying? Like this is dreadful.
Yeah.
good point. That's
All
badass.
it would take is if they severed a few arteries, you know, your blood pressure would drop and you'd lose consciousness probably. I mean,
Everything you say sounds so smart. I swear.
I must clarify, I'm not an expert in the matters of piranhas, but
But dude, you could have said it was dependent on my shoe size, and I'd be like, this guy makes an astute observation. There's no arguing with that.
well, it seems likely.
And-
With piranhas, you're going to die from blood loss. That seems the way you'll go.
And
All
the
right,
way
I'm
you
picking
said it
piranha
is so
now.
specific. It's not like, oh, you might bleed out. It's when I sever the hooker's arteries, her blood pressure drops and she dies.
You would make a serious murder mystery novel. That would be good. I would watch.
Am I the only guy sitting here thinking that, man, we're talking about piranhas, but XboxAhoy is missing gold mine opportunities with his voice on YouTube?
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I'd like for him to make a video series that included piranhas. Like, you know, do
I'm
the whole
talking about,
thing out,
like,
right?
If
Okay, finished.
he should be like shoutcasting like basketball games or something in America.
I don't really understand basketball, so I'd probably be terrible at it.
It doesn't matter. You have a voice good enough to fake it.
That guy's got the ball and he's passed to the other guy and oh, they're moving up the field and oh, they've thrown the ball and it's hit the hoopy thing.
That would be good.
It's got that level of understanding of basketball.
I would like to see you do that, like a parody video. Like, you know, this is based on Wings' recommendation.
I mean, just say, but like you reading stats, you'd be like, you know, LeBron James has rage quit 3 of his last 4 games.
Basketball is usually orange. We should call Cody. She's been between flights, says her boyfriend.
Really? We can call her?
Yep. Put her number in the Skype chat.
All right, I'm on it.
Should I tell the stream? I should tell the stream. I'm just
No,
kidding.
you shouldn't tell the stream. All right. You guys have your questions ready? Is it
question.
9-1 and then the phone number, or just 1 and the phone number? Where's Kyle when you need him? This might take more than... Oh, wait. It's +1 than the phone number.
I'm nervous. I've never talked to a porn star before.
Me neither.
I talk to them all the time, but
It's
they're
dialing.
usually videos and talkbacks.
You know, it's so hard to find a porn star's actual bio.
Yeah.
You want to read about her?
Hello.
Cody! Cody, this is Painkiller Already. How are you?
Good. Yeah.
We meet at last. So where are you flying to?
California.
California. All right. So before the show started, we were all curious as to how the 72 Stern, that's what we know him as, got to be your boyfriend. So what made you pick him?
Hold on. Hello? I can't hear you. It's bad reception.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So before the show started, we were curious as to how the 72 Stern got to be your boyfriend. What made you pick him?
Oh, he's just a sweet guy, and it seemed to work out.
All right, simple as that.
Can we follow that up by asking, is it true? Does he have mad skills?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, he said in the chat that he had mad skills, and we thought that, you know, if I were looking for, say, a judge of said skills, you would be the woman that I'd talk to.
Very true. Well, we live far apart, so.
All right, so you guys have been far apart lately? Is it because of your travel schedule?
Well, I live in California.
So how long have you been dating?
About a year.
Oh, so that's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the industry for?
A little over a year.
So how did you get into the industry? Like, what made you decide, like, you know what, this is easy money?
I mean, what's easier, you know? I love fuck, and I get paid a lot of money for it, so why not?
Exactly, living the dream.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
halfway
exactly.
there. I also love it, but I don't get paid at all.
Let me ask you this
Aw,
question.
That's your problem.
Let me ask this question. Do you ever regret not breaking into it earlier? Like, for example, when the hubs weren't such a big, predominant deal on the internet as they are today?
Of course. You know, girls used to make so much more money then, and now it's, you know, half as to maybe a third of what they were making. So, of course, I wished I would have, you know, jumped into it when I was 18, but it's also kind of good that I waited and matured myself a little more and learned about my body before I jumped right into it, you know?
Yeah.
What did you learn about your body?
I mean, just more about sex and what I like and what I don't like.
Do you get to choose what you do? Like, can you turn down scenes if there's something you don't like? I
Of course,
imagine.
yeah.
So they offer you all kinds of stuff that you're just like, nah, this won't go.
Right.
How long is the average lifespan of a porn star, like, you know, interest wise? Because eventually people get tired of seeing the same ones. How long do you
Right.
think?
About 6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months?
Yeah.
That can't be true. I'm still watching Carmela Bing after all these years.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the girl, how fast she gets picked up. You know, the ones that just get into it and don't go anywhere, after 6 months, they're shot out and that's it. So then some get picked up, you know.
So I was reading about this. I heard that some girls like slowly escalate the things that they're willing to do to keep their interest longer. Have you heard that before?
Right. Right, of course.
Of course. Oh, so this is obvious to people in the biz.
Right. They'll start out with just doing a normal scene, maybe solo and girl, and then start doing boy-girl. Then you can escalate to, like, anal. And then from there you just, you know, keep doing more and more hardcore things.
But Sasha, as far as I know, she went right to the top, right?
I'm not sure, actually.
Yeah, I always wondered how that happened. I saw one video of her years ago, and then the next time I searched it a few years later, there was about 50 videos every time you type in Sasha. Not that I do this a lot. I'm a very
Yeah, I do it every day, so you can see the general progression.
Once a day, Gamble.
So, from my understanding, that the big major part of a porn industry is that the guys in the porn industry are so inconsistent. Have you ever had a scene that goes awry because of the male lead?
Oh, of course. You know, either they have problems getting hard or coming, or, you know, just different issues that cause you to be there longer, and people get stressed out and tense and aggravated, so, you know, it causes more pressure on them, and then you can be there for, you know, up to 13 hours for one little scene.
So 13 hours isn't normal for you guys?
No, normally you're there for like 2 to 3
Yeah,
hours.
that's like
12 and a half hours longer than I need.
Right.
So a normal shoot
You know-
is 2 or 3 hours?
Yeah,
And the guy's hard the entire time? Like that's a session, 2 to 3 hours?
pretty much, yeah.
How many days a week do the guys work?
Some work every day, if not 2 to 3 times a day.
Wait, 2 to 3 times, 2 or 3 hours a day?
How can he expect to produce a money shot like that? Is there anything they do to, like, I don't know, basically coax more the body to make more semen? Because
Yes.
you know, I'm on my
Yeah,
third
they make
shot,
clothes for that.
if I'm on my third shot, it's basically water.
You just have to know yourself. You know,
It's
if
dust.
you're at that point, then you turn down work and say I have to do it the next day. You know.
Yeah, so I actually read this male porn star's blog for a while, and he would describe what he would eat, and it's like protein shakes and then L-arginine and like St. John's wort or something, and supposedly that refills the old balls.
I was wondering where you were headed with that. Like, what's the elegant description? Oh, balls. Never mind.
I'm surprised
so
old Stewart ain't chimed in yet.
So how does this impact sex in your private life? Like, do you hit the same extremes you might on film? Like,
Wait, what? Say again?
Sex in your private life, is it impacted? You know, the sorts of things that you do and enjoy and whatever?
Oh, I mean, well, it varies because that's more what I want to do. Whereas when I go to work, it's, you know, it's stop and start, and it's not about getting me off. It's about making a good scene, you know.
So let me ask you this question. Is every cut in a porno usually indicating a stop and start period so the guys don't really pound it for like 18 minutes straight?
What do you mean?
Like when
Like,
there's
for
a change
example,
of camera angle, or like every cut.
Like a change of camera angle, it almost looks like he's just continually, you know, having his way with you, but there's actually a stop and start period in there.
They cut different. I mean, normally we'll do 10, 15 minutes in each position, and we'll cut some of that out.
And how do you make it big in the industry? Make it big. That's a bad
Knowing
choice of
people,
words. How do you?
You know?
Is it just connections? Is it?
Yeah. When people getting with the right agents, they send your contacts out, and you just get booked work that way.
Oh yeah.
And so in the scenes, when in between the scenes and shooting, are you just like hanging out talking to the guy and he's just rock hard next to you?
No, I mean when they're just sitting next to you, they'll beat off, and then they get hard again.
Huh.
Now, are you at all awkward being naked? Like, there's a lot of people on set, and most of them are clothed, right? Except for you and whoever else is in the scene. But have you just completely gotten past being naked in front of everybody?
Well, of course.
Okay, it's not as obvious to me. All right.
So what is your thought on blemishes?
What?
Blemishes, like say, I know you're a young girl, you probably still have your period. Generally, females during the period like to break out and things like that, blemishes on their face. There's things like that. Does something like that offset you more than being naked on camera?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's more of something not the same. You know, when you're naked, you look the same all the time. That's what differs, you know. So, of course, you just put more makeup on, and then the problem is solved.
So I don't have an elegant way to ask this, but what does happen when the girl's on her period? Does she take that week off? Does she have some way of working through it? Like,
yeah, she'll put like a makeup sponge in there, stop the bleeding.
Okay.
So they generally work right through the period. This is a Painkiller Already episode first.
We all wanted to know. We all wanted to know.
I don't know if we all did.
So how does a guy break
we got
in?
that over 18 rating on this show.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, how does a guy break into the biz? I imagine there's 100,000 people watching this who would be interested in doing it.
It's not for me. It's for my friend.
My friend Sideshow.
Someday.
First thing they can do, they can send pictures to type9models.com. You go to that website, it's an agency, and you just send them pictures. They give you a shot, and if you work out, you keep getting more work, and the more well-known you get, the more girls you get to fuck, basically.
So I'm taking notes here. Did you say type9.com?
Yes, Type, better like the number 9, and then models.com.
That site is going to get crashed tonight now with all the horny lads on the fucking stream.
There'll be more cock on that site than my backyard.
Oh yeah, there it is. Type 9 models and talent. If you go to the homepage, you'll see what they're looking for. Miami
like the
and LA
selector,
models.
Now let me ask you this question because I guess everybody's wanting to hear this one. Has you ever had a guy that was too big?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
curious about that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, girls that are in this longer can, of course, take something bigger. And I've had to turn down scenes. They tell you before you get there who you're working with. So you can either look him up or find out about him to see how big he is. And then from there, either say, no, I don't want to do it, or yes, I do.
So you will turn down a guy if he's too big.
Yeah.
There goes my
What about
shot.
the-
Everybody,
other
like,
end?
I have little pussies that hurt.
What about the other end of the spectrum?
Yeah, the guys can have their look. I don't want to work with this girl.
Because I've seen porn star guys vary from, like 4 inches long to like, I don't know, 15 inches long. Who knows?
Right.
Like, what is the ideal size of penis to have to be a porn industry?
I think about 8 inches.
About 8 inches?
Yeah.
This is depressing me.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
so,
I'm sorry.
so what about personal life?
Well, it's how
Like,
you
why are
use
you
it, not how big
hurting
it
me?
is.
yeah. What do you prefer? And don't like give me the standard. Oh no, as long as you know how to use it. Answer. Just like
No, I mean, about
straight
that
up.
is good. 7, 8 inches. I mean, if it's anything smaller than 4, it's like, are you in yet? Can I feel it?
And what about exactly 4? What about exactly 4 inches?
I don't know. It depends on the guy.
Yeah. All right.
What if it's only
still
4,
pushing
but I thrust like really hard? Like, does that make a difference?
Is it bad form to push the ruler deep into your belly for an extra inch and a half?
Ruler?
Are we measuring from the top or the bottom, like with the shaft and the
From
balls?
like the base. No, you can't include the balls. Sorry.
What?
What?
You're not putting the
Bullshit.
balls inside.
It's a bunch of horseshit. You guys can't measure a cock. You don't know what you're doing.
I think about dicks.
Now, wait. So, hypothetically, wings cover your ears. If the cock had a crook in it, would that be an advantage in the industry?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
not
if
in
it took a
the-
right-hand turn?
you know. Yeah, I mean, then it helps, especially with doggy, to hit the G spot.
What if it went sideways? Because I don't think it goes straight up or down like that. It just
Like,
turns
you
right.
could- Ow.
Yes.
Kind of like a boomerang.
Is it a boomerang that goes sideways wings or a boomerang that like touches the belly button?
Say it again?
It's kind of like a boomerang that goes sideways.
Like, are you talking about if it looks like an L?
Oh, not
An
like
L?
an L. L would be an extreme. It's not like a right angle, but like a slight.
No, I mean,
right
if it has
left.
a curve in it, that's a good thing. It's not
Like
bad.
a boomerang laying on the table. No, like a banana that laid on the table. That's what I'm going for. You know, just sort of heads over to the right. Doesn't want to go straight.
That's normal. You want to...
No, that's not normal.
That is normal.
No, if you wanted me to point you somewhere, then it would tell you to go straight. Like that's how it would go, and probably up, but certainly not to the right.
Why is it going to the right better than the left?
No, the left's much better.
If it curves to the right, you should use your left hand to jerk off to straighten it out.
You serious?
That works?
Does that work?
What? Because
Yeah.
I don't know. Mine hasn't moved anywhere. It's still...
Or use
Yeah.
both hands. You know,
I've been a
so that
masterful
it feels
jerk off artist for years, and my penis has never shaped itself.
When I was
Yeah.
17, I got into a car accident. I like flipped my car and broke my arm, and I learned to be ambidextrous.
Oh,
Yeah. I was like, what am I going to do? The thing was in a cast up to like my biceps, so my
So
elbow
does that help
couldn't.
your banana curve at all?
It really doesn't have any like utility outside of private time. But yeah,
You know,
my arm was in a cast all the way to my bicep. I couldn't move my elbow, and the cast like went through my thumb and palm. So it was like that hand was just worthless. And I wasn't about to wait 6 weeks, so.
I'm gonna push the man under the bus here. I gotta hear Xbox Ahoy ask her some kind of question.
yeah, make it
I'm-
filthy.
As filthy as possible. Absolutely dreadful.
Oh God, what haven't you asked her? I don't know. I honestly don't have any questions.
Lies.
Lies.
You do not
True.
do research? Come on,
I've-
bro.
I mean, it's not like I'm unfamiliar with the porn industry,
I have a question. And you think of one on your own Xbox while we do this. Would you say that being cut or uncut is an advantage in the industry?
Oh, well, in general, I like guys that are cut. I think it feels better. You don't have like a sleeve going in there.
It feels better.
Yeah.
I didn't know you
I
could feel the
just have no
difference.
chance with Cody Gamble at all. So I'm genuinely getting depressed at this podcast.
Under to the left and uncut.
Oh, Sideshow, your dick's too small. And it's not cool. That's what I hear.
Sideshow, you have to be hard to have sex. Lies.
They don't cut. They don't give you circumcisions over there in Ireland.
Well, I think the only people now this could be completely naive of me, but I'm fairly sure the only people circumcised over here are Jewish. I could be wrong now, but I think that's how it works.
That's my general impression too. But I'm sure there's exceptions, but yeah. Which tells us that probably XboxAhoy is not Cody's guy either. XboxAhoy, god damn it.
Well, you never know. You know,
Heard him
there
talk.
are always exceptions. Let's just leave it at that.
Exactly.
So when I tell girls about Asian guys too, it doesn't work. They're still like, sure.
That is a good question. Asian guys get the shit end of the stick from what I've seen. How is your dating life, FuzzyOtterBalls?
Especially
It's
since
very-
Asian girls are sexy.
Yeah, my dating life is great. The bedroom life, I'm kidding. No, I've never had a complaint about it being too small, and so I'm happy with who I am and what I have to.
You know what I've always bothered me with Asian porn is that they show some of the nastiest shit in the world, but then they blur out the pubic hair.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what the fuck is
Yeah,
wrong?
oh, it's crazy. I have a question
It's
for
Japanese
Cody.
obscenity laws. You can't show genitals.
So
That's
Cody,
it. That's
this
what-
question, I'm sorry, can I jump in? I got all excited about
Go
my
ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
So I'm not talking about you specifically, Cody, but would you say that girls in the industry are easy? That like if you wanted to get with one, she'd most likely say yes?
It depends on what you're offering her, to be honest.
I'm offering her
Most
4.5
they're very,
inches
like,
cut.
willing to help you out if you help them out. Most of them.
Really? So let's say publicity on a podcast, for example.
Well, I mean,
Not you.
Sideshow.
No. So when you say you're willing to help them out, they help you out. It almost sounds like you're talking about for pay.
It sounds like quid pro quo to
they
me.
get into it not because they love the fuck, but because they see the price tag they're willing to place on them,
So you would say that most girls in the industry are available as escorts as well?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't expect you to agree so readily. Like, yeah, that's pretty
I mean,
much the deal.
I don't agree in that philosophy. Most of the other girls in the industry, if you offer them the right price, they'll take you to a hotel.
Yeah, I can show you where you can get that. Pamela Peaks. Pamela Peaks. She has the prices listed out and the websites on her website.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's pretty pricey. It's cheaper just go get a regular hooker.
Well, then you're not paying for the porn star experience. It's like renting a DVD versus going to a movie theater. You're paying for the experience. Yeah. I have a serious question for you. Is 14 inches too big?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a problem for me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Why did you send me to Pamela Peak's website? This is like an act of terrorism.
Is it?
She's...
I think that's
My phone is gonna die, so I gotta get going.
All right. And anyone have one last question? Anyone before she goes?
I do have one. Length versus girth.
What was the first one? Length versus girth?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you need a combination of both. You can't be too long and skinny or too short and fat. You need to have a little bit of length and a little bit of girth.
Well, that was my last chance, and it's gone now.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Of course.
See you soon.
All right, bye.
Hi, Cody.
Well,
Is
that
it
was
wrong?
That was a PKA first, our first porn star. We once had a phone sex operator, but I would have to say that pales in comparison to an actual porn star.
Now let me ask you this question. I'm a pretty smart guy, but I did not realize that most of the people outside the United States didn't get cut.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I would say all over the world, actually.
It's almost an overwhelming majority aren't cut.
I don't know about like Canada and Mexico, actually.
Why did you say that like you knew it so specifically, Sideshow?
It's just known, you know.
Does that bother
just
me
one of those
watching
things.
porn?
Me? No, not at all. Nothing bothers me when I'm watching porn. I'm in the zone when I'm watching porn. Nothing matters. When I'm watching lads with fucking 12-inch. No, I'm not watching 12-inch cocks. I'm just digging myself a hole here. But yeah, shut up.
I'm just saying.
But
Like,
yeah, no, it doesn't bother me at all. Not even a
in
little.
porn, you hardly ever see anybody that is uncut.
Yeah. Yeah. Meh.
Have you ever thought about getting cut?
No. Oh yeah, when I watched that one South Park when they were explaining to Kyle that Ike getting a circumcision just made his dick look bigger, then I was like, ooh, maybe. Yeah, no, it never like seriously crossed the mind. I think anyone taking any sort of instrument to my dick would not be a nice experience, so I don't think it'd be worth it.
You need a good reason, wouldn't you?
And also, you see, the girls here, there wouldn't be that many, you know, there's not that many girls that would be with guys with cut dicks, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what the advantage would be for me.
Well, you also last longer when you're cut.
Well, yeah, but I heard if you've, this is an unusual topic, but I've heard if you've been uncut your whole, like, you know, half your life, and then you get cut, I heard it's hard to stay hard when you're not used to it.
Oh.
I don't know. Could be wrong, but there you go.
I believe you do lose a substantial portion of sensation in your glands, so to speak.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, you should have brought that up with the porn star and that voice.
I have no questions. I'm already well read on the subject.
You know, I don't.
I just like how you're been masturbating a lot right there.
I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. I'm just gonna shut up.
No, go on.
Yeah, no, yeah, this is ideal. If only Kyle were here. Please, what
This is going to be the next. This is going to be the next animated series, right here.
Come on, Winks, bring it.
I'm gonna go ahead on a limb right here and say XboxAhoy is not the kind of guy who takes a shit and reads books.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like weird.
I read in the bathroom all the time. Maybe not books. You know, I don't take a novel in there, but
Your phone, right?
I don't actually have a phone.
What?
Yeah.
Ever? What?
I used to have a mobile, but I never used it, so I got rid of it.
I don't have a house phone.
I use mine constantly.
Yeah. I had not taken a dump without my phone in at least 2 years.
I mean, I've gotten like 5 colds since I got on this call.
Do you know there's a site called Rate My Poo?
Yes.
Pictures of their shite and rate them.
Hey,
It's been getting a while on the side.
do you ever
remember
jerk
back
off
in the
the
early
tub
days.
girl? Sideshow?
No! No!
But he obviously knows what it is, you sick fuck.
Apparently, that was orange juice they used for the enema for that. There you
Yeah, I
go,
have a
orange
question for our European friends here. Do the women shave their armpits?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it
Well,
just
savages,
France?
though. Yeah.
Is it France where they don't shave their armpits? Come on.
Yes,
Something
it's France.
wrong.
That's the stereotype is French, yeah, or France. Apparently they're a little more liberal in that sense.
Is it a correct stereotype, or is this like, you know, a couple old women?
No, it would not be the majority of people anyway.
Oh, okay. So it's just a
I
couple.
mean, if I see a girl now, if I see a girl in the club with a hairy armpit, I will tell everyone I can see to look over that big hairy armpit on her.
Look at that broad right there. You can probably braid that shit.
It's not necessarily I mean, it is natural.
No, yeah.
Well, you know, hair grows elsewhere, and that's natural, and that's fine. I mean, some people might prefer it shaved, but
Yeah, just imagine you slide your hand under her back of her bra straps, and your wrist gets tickled a little bit.
I'm not saying I prefer it, but you know, some people.
Oh, in this scenario, when you're undoing her bra strap and your wrist Wrist is tickled by hair. Does she have a hairy back?
No, I'm talking about where you're trying to slip your hands under the cups.
Ah, okay.
But he's going, from the front. Yeah.
I like girls body hairless. That's what I like. I mean, you're talking about putting your hand around the back and getting stuff. Trying to slip your hand down the front of the jeans and ripping out like 6 of her pubes, that is a problem for me. I don't know what the story is, but that is bad. I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm Asian. I'm generally naturally very unhairy. So whenever there's a girl with more hair than me, it just throws me off. So I prefer them to be like 12-year-old boy, no hair.
Now, girls, are you taking notes?
Did you say 12-year-old boy?
Right. Well, girls mature earlier, so they develop the hair first.
You know, actually, that reminds me of JX23. So here's a little segue. I heard that the girl he sent the picture to wasn't actually 15 or 16. That it was somebody named...
multiple.
Yeah, it was a few, but I heard from the horse's mouth now that it was a 15-year-old. But as I said, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not
the horse being JX himself.
No, sorry, not the horse. Yeah. Well, I won't go into detail, but I heard from a semi-reliable source that it was a 15-year-old who was turning 16.
So there's one the girl. She's also a YouTube commentator, and her name is Lucy. She did a commentary on it recently, and apparently she, like, I've heard that both her and some other guy, like David XS, he's like a professional hater, were the people that made it more public, you know. But she, I guess, did a commentary where she said that she tweeted the pictures and feels bad about it, and she's not at all 15. She's like 20 or something. What was Lucy's role in this thing?
Well, in that case, I'm out of my depth here. I don't really know what's going on then.
I think there's a lot of hearsay, a lot of rumours and stuff. It's hard to actually pin down the exact story.
I agree with that. Fuzzy, do you know anything with confidence?
Again, hearsay. I've heard from sources very close to the origination of the news on Twitter. So it's all hearsay. It's going to be all hearsay, pretty much. But we can. I mean, did you guys already discussed this, right?
Yeah, one time, but I feel like I don't know all the facts.
Who's opening up a Power Ranger?
Yeah, that is not okay.
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Power
That ain't
Ranger?
a condom that you're opening, is it? Are you one of those fucks that like to jerk off with the shit on?
No, I was trying to get a can without knocking the table over, and it just did not work out at all.
You can mute your mic. Just saying.
Yes, sorry. I apologize.
So Lucy, who was one of the girls somewhere in the solar system of scandal, is not underage, and I guess, oh my gosh. So I've been involved in YouTube drama here and there, and without exception, every time I wish I was just never in it, and I think she feels the same way. So
I think for me, the really terrifying thing about the whole thing is that, I mean, it could happen to any one of us, assuming that we actually sent the pictures, so to speak. But I mean,
XboxAhoy, do you send your chat to all the ladies on the Skype?
No, but I mean, all it takes is one mistake, and your channel's gone, your income's gone, and all of a sudden, you find yourself having to look for another job. That for me is the scary part.
See, I could be wrong here, but I think it was the cucumber in the picture that got it.
Yeah, but that cucumber picture is actually the cucumber picture is actually a guy off of one of those ads on like Pornhub. That isn't JX at all.
Really?
Really, dude? JX,
I heard that too.
Got like 30-inch arms.
And that really makes it much more curious, because I mean, who was the picture? Who sent it? What happened? I mean, what's going on there?
JX
was no
has
picture in
big old ass arms. JX is like a power lifter.
Oh, that's brilliant, though. You send pictures of a stunt dick, and if they send you boobs back, then you win, and your dick is never out there.
That's a good point. Actually. That's a good plan.
So
it's like using a credit card.
Carry glitter on them.
Yeah.
So I suppose then it's just harassment and nothing else. There's no.
Well, still, you're giving porn to a minor, which I guess every porn site's ever invented is liable.
I guess so. But I mean, I think most 16-year-olds have seen a dick before. You know, whether male or female, I'm pretty sure they'll be
First
familiar
time you've
with.
seen penis.
What's the first time I saw one?
No, I was asking the girlfriend.
Your
It's the first time she's seen a penis.
Because it was early for me. It's my own. It's probably the first one.
When I first bought a microscope, that's when I first saw it.
Mine was in utero. Did she answer?
Woody has not even came out the pussy before he found his.
Yeah. I was already working on my ambidexterity. Yeah, there we go. In utero. So I think that that he's probably right. That probably at 16 they've seen one. If at the very least they've seen a picture of one.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about here. A picture.
I think
sure it was
closing the
first
channel
kid.
didn't help. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he went and closed the channel. I mean, this shit would have blown over in like 2 months anyway. And there's like so many people out there trying to get a piece of the old gameplay commentary action right now. He could have found somebody else willing to back him.
Yeah.
Is he coming back?
I think he is back now, but he's suffering like the Bobby Moody kind of thing, like where he deleted his channel. Now he just can't get it fired back up.
Wait, did Moody start a new channel though?
Yeah,
he did.
But he came back with a lot of football videos though, and it was popular. A lot of people liked him, but it just didn't hit off the way his old montages and everything, you know. Because he was one of the original snipers, wasn't he? He was on Camp Hutch way back, and he got a lot of support for that. And then he came back, and it was a lot of FIFA videos. So I don't know.
Maybe he didn't
Suppose
like
it's-
COD.
It's tough to get the momentum on a new channel these days.
What do you English blokes call American football?
American football.
Yeah.
So you don't got like another name for it like us, like we call your shit soccer?
No,
Sometimes
because in
I call it
Ireland,
hand egg.
Hand egg makes perfect sense.
in Ireland, football isn't actually soccer. In Ireland, football is it's Gaelic football. So it's over here. We've got American football, we've got Gaelic football, and we've got football or soccer. So yeah.
Do you find it hard to play Gaelic football without leprechauns?
I never played it, to be honest. But it's crazy sports. We've got crazy sports over here. We play hurling with the big wooden fucking hurls.
Oh, that is
and-
awesome sport. You like throw
Yeah, but if-
telephone poles, right?
Yeah, but a fight breaks out and they're smashing each other over the fucking head with these big wooden hurls. Like, I use one for house defense. Like, in my house, I've got one of them beside my bed, and they're running around smacking the shit out of them each other. It's madness. Crazy sport.
So,
Now-
XboxAhoy was talking about the vulnerability we all have to this sort of scandal, and I'm putting a picture of the stream. Did it link? Here it is. And I'll put it in the thing too, but it just goes to show you that it could happen to any one of us.
Where's Eric's?
You can hardly see it.
Oh, that is a good photo. What is White Boy holding? Is that a pepper? Is he holding a pepper? Why would he choose a pepper? Come on, but
Oh,
I like how T. Martin's
It's
is
small,
back
but it's
still.
spicy.
He's smart. Yeah.
yeah,
Evie,
T. Martin's
what
is
is he got?
enormous, and he has some sort of condom on it. So for people that don't know, there's a picture of White Boy 7th Street, T. Martin, me, FPS Russia, Paintball Kitty, Merker Durka, and Aviator, all holding cucumbers where they belong. And I grabbed like a nice, thick, handsome cucumber and rocked it. But looking at the picture, some guys were pretty creative. Paintball Kitty has 2 cucumbers connected. It goes up to like her boobs. This is enormous.
what is that Taylor has? What is that?
I don't know.
Merker
What is
Durka.
that?
That's
James?
a squash.
That's a square. and White
He's
Boy
the one
7th
going
Street
down.
has like an
Yeah.
1.5-inch long pepper.
If my ass was there, I probably would have grabbed a watermelon.
I thought about that, but I didn't think the watermelon was really sexy. So,
Well, the porn star said you got to have a mixture of length and girth. The watermelon.
if I was Merker Durka, I think I would have held that thing pointed up. You know, rock it like it's meant to be rocked.
It's
Get like
too big to be
Get like a
up.
2-liter Coke bottle or something.
I would get like a fruit cocktail and just hold it there.
A fruit cocktail.
Yeah, like a tiny little cup of fruit.
Oh,
I feel sorry for
doing it
the
wrong.
people who actually bought those and took them home and ate them.
Did you buy them?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
please
go with
tell me
that.
you bought them. Oh, true.
Oh no!
True.
You know,
You're just like, oh,
really
top photo shoot.
contaminated. It's not like it's in my pants. Just held it up to like the bottom of my t-shirt, but
And you put it back on the shelf.
yeah, that might have happened.
So what about the family that went by and bought that and served that to their kids?
Yeah, what if one of the kids that ate that is one of your fans now, and they're after seeing it being held up against your junk? That would be traumatizing.
Just that I hope they don't recognise it.
I wish I grabbed one for Wings' brother. Like, that would have been ideal. Like, grab a banana and hold it to the right. Like, I could be crook. I could be crook, too. All right, you guys.
Pretty much gonna wrap it up.
I want to do one more question. I want to do one more question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather walk in on your parents or have your parents walk in on you?
Doing what? Building a
I'd
model.
rather have my parents walk in on me.
Having sex.
Okay.
Well, that's happened to me, so I think I'd prefer to walk in on them, and I'd be like, I'd use it as leverage for the rest of the year or something. Pretend I was traumatized and get them to buy me stuff. That would be my plan.
No, I would definitely prefer them walking in on me, because if you ever got in a rush again and let's just say your mind wandered while you're doing something and it sort of wandered to your parents doing it. And let's say that didn't stop you.
Oh, yeah.
So you're the audience that little erotica site is aimed at.
So let me just outline this properly. Step 1, you walk in on your parents having sex. You walk away, you move on. Day 2, you're having sex and you fantasize about your parents uncontrollably. This is your concern?
Yeah, just like you're just thinking, oh, hey, what's up? Baseball, try not to play. And then suddenly just pops in your mind because it's still fresh. You can't unsee it.
Yeah, no one
XboxAhoy
just.
thoughts?
Yeah. And you're not going to stop, like, why are you
I think
stopping?
I'd rather walk in on my parents just because it's easy, You've got that sort of fight or flight thing going on. If you walk in on your parents, you can just back out the door and walk away. If it's the other way around, you're trapped. And that's yeah.
See, I'm the other way. See, look, I'm married. I'm allowed to have sex. Like, if my parents walk in on me, it's like, hey, close the door. Like, knock first, would you? Like, can't you see I'm working my mojo here? Come on, Dad.
Either get out or take a seat and take notes.
Look, Mom, quit playing the virgin. Mom. Like, we all know it's not true. So, give me some advice and get out of the room.
This podcast is going to give people nightmares tonight.
What if your dad gave you pointers later?
Yeah, like, come on, buddy, get your butt a little higher. Your
form is terrible.
I noticed you're using a lot of back action. That's not what you want to do.
Yeah, that's not where you got to put pressure on the man in the boat. That's how this is done. Thanks, Dad. That helps a lot. Can you see, like, my wife, like, backing him up? Like, yeah, I'm telling him he doesn't listen to me. Maybe he'll listen to you.
or if you're doing good, you get a fatherly high five off him after that.
This is
Good job, son.
This is Xbox's new YouTube channel. This is like freaking sex tips in his voice. Like, yes, you've got to get your butt nice and high. Put your back into it and pressure man in the boat.
I think XboxAhoy would have like a very good like spoken voice career, like reading books, like audio books, maybe even movie trailers.
I'd like to do video games. I mean, obviously, I'm interested in gaming, so
let's talk about that. I have, there's a pretty well confirmed rumor that you're going to be part of the COD Elite series where they describe the guns. Like, what do you know?
Disappointingly little, unfortunately, at this moment. But I've been working with Activision and I've been producing videos for Elite. Yeah, it's not really a rumor. It's kind of I can come out with it now and talk about it a bit. So yeah, which is it's nice always to be actually sort of contacted by the publisher of the game that we're all involved with. It was what a nice, what was a surprise at first, and that's where I've been for the last couple of months.
So, how far along are you on your video series?
I've been doing some work with Black Ops, just for the beta of Elite. Before, obviously, it's all going to kick off in November with Modern Warfare 3 and all that.
Really?
But
I thought you would have like a Modern Warfare 3 gun list, for example.
No, but possibly very soon. Nothing's in stone yet, but
I have
yes,
heard
it's looking very likely.
Nearly unbelievable rumors about some of the like kill streaks and stuff. I was thinking of making a video like. I did some videos and it was like 100% confirmed and everything was from Robert Bowling, and there was like this other one that was 100% accurate where everything wasn't necessarily from Infinity Ward, but there were like screenshots and good stuff backing it up. And I did another one that was like, take this with a grain of salt. I have another one that needs to be taken with an even larger grain of salt, but I heard some stuff I was thinking of sharing. I don't know.
Unfortunately, at this moment, I'm not really party to the duty secrets. And if I were, of course, I've signed an NDA. So, you see.
But
so if I were to divulge
NDA, you can say, I have things I can't tell you. You're just not there yet.
Sadly, like I say, I'm really not party to any juicy secrets, not yet, anyway.
Yeah. I like how they NDA this shit, but they're Call of Duty. They're gonna have guns, obviously. What matters which guns there are?
From what I've seen, it looks like they're on a bit of a COD 4 throwback. It looks like a lot of the favourites from COD 4 are making a return.
Fantastic.
I heard.
We've seen the
coming back.
Yeah, and we've seen the G36. I think has been confirmed in some of the trailer footage. The MP5, the old style one, with a new rail system. That's coming back. I think there's a few others.
You know what I care about? I care about not having another FAMAS, not having another MP40, no UMP 45s. That's what I care about.
That hasn't had that. And name one game in the COD
Battlefield
series.
2.
I threw in COD series.
I don't know. I started Call of Duty in World at War, so every Call of Duty I've played has had a gun like that, and every other decent shooter out there, they've somehow found balance.
In COD 2, it was generally agreed upon that the snipers were OP. And in competitive gaming, they even made it such that only one person, I think it was one sniper, I could be off on that, could be
with the scope anyway.
Yeah. In COD 4, it was generally agreed that the MP5 and the M16 were the most powerful guns, and that was all you really found in game battles. In
AK-47.
AK-47?
Yeah.
In game battles?
And 74. And the 74, too.
Yeah, those were good guns, but I think that I would stick to the M16 and MP5 were generally considered the top two, depending on whether you were close or far.
They banned the P90 from game battles.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe that would have been higher too, but I don't know. It's slow kill. But back on topic, World at War, MP40 was generally regarded as the OP weapon. In where are we next? Modern Warfare 2. Everybody talked about the noob tubes as being the OP problem, but if there were no noob tubes in that game, I bet people would have been talking about stuff like the ACR. And, they were just overpowered by the noob tubes. Maybe the UMP as well. And then, of course, now everyone talks about, well, first they talked about the AK-74U, and they, whack that mole. And now they're talking about the FAMAS, and they whack that mole. And soon everyone will be fussing that some other weapon is OP.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire now? Damn. For rapid fire, I use it a lot. But I find I have a hard time getting more than one kill in a clip.
That's easy. MP5K rapid fire.
Oh, does it have a bigger clip?
Yeah, it just shoots slower, but it has the same output.
Okay, I don't use the MP5 much. I should give it a go because I put up a bunch of Spectre gameplays and people are looking for something.
Yeah, but you see, like in the Billionaire challenge, I went to it 3 or 4 times. MP5K rapid fire steady aim.
Huh. I need to set up a class. Give it a go.
Yeah, just give it a go. It's really OP like a motherfucker.
My perfect gun is OP like a mofo, as you describe, without everybody giving me a hard time.
No, it gets OP like a motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. But that's where the FAMAS was at first. Everybody talked about the AK-74U. No one fussed about the FAMAS. So I used it a lot. And then all of a sudden I had this library of FAMAS gameplay and everyone's fussing at me. It's like, darn you guys.
I think if I remember right, as the game came out, I think wasn't the Galil was your favorite for a while, I think.
It was.
Galil
Yeah.
silenced, yeah.
I like the silence Galil. That's another one. Like, dude, at this point, for me personally, the NPL, the Spectre, the AK-74U, the G11, the FAMAS, and the Galil are all like. If I don't run around with a watermelon drowning people, I get in trouble. Like, I don't know.
That's how it goes.
Well, so the AUG is the almost identical stats to the pre-patched FAMAS, and you don't see people using it. No one's giving any shit about it, and it wasn't touched in the patch. So that leads me to believe that it wasn't so much that it was OP, it was just that you saw it everywhere and everyone thought it was OP.
The AUG has left recoil. That's why nobody used it before they patched FAMAS.
It's got what recoil?
Left recoil.
The opposite of right.
That because the FAMAS was so overused because it's so predictable in the recoil. It's right and up. And you could easily do it with like just sparsely feathering the trigger. You could keep the FAMAS straight as an arrow, just like an ACR. Now, since they've added left recoil on the FAMAS, it's just like the AUG.
So
the AUG's got the faster ADS time, though.
ADS means very fucking little when it's like 2 or 3 milliseconds.
Which is faster?
I mean, the AUG has
The
the
AUG.
old ADS time.
It's
So-
250 milliseconds. Whereas I think the FAMAS's new ADS is 300 milliseconds. So it's 50 milliseconds slower.
I was waiting for you to jump in. So is talk about it, AUG versus FAMAS. So what do you predict? How's it going to play out?
FAMAS still beats the AUG.
I want to hear Xbox say something.
I think it depends on your style of play, and obviously, if you play the slightly faster-paced, aggressive game, and you get a little bit closer, then the AUG is probably going to be the better gun. But I think from a distance, I think the FAMAS probably still has slightly more predictable recoil. I'm not sure what the new pattern is. I think it's still predominantly up and right.
Decreased center speed, higher recoil numbers is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I think they've nerfed the hipfire on it a bit as well. I think the
That as well.
maximum hipfire spread's increased. I don't know. Personally, I don't really like the FAMAS. It's
Really?
good, sure, but I prefer the slower firing guns because they just feel more controllable to me. Like the Galil.
I
love the
like
Galil.
the FAMAS. I didn't find it to be the like unbelievable OP gun that like some other that the haters did. Like, I think it's the best gun, and it's 2% better than the next best gun. Like,
Shit in my ass.
You think it's
The FAMAS, before they touched it up,
it
it was at least 50% better than every gun in the game.
including
We're just arguing numbers.
At
but
least.
Yeah. I don't think 50%.
I'd probably go higher because I could tell when you could physically tell a difference how well you do based on the gun you are. That means it's OP. Like I could be struggling all night with infields and Galils and whatever. I put the FAMAS on, good game. I have good game after good game after good game after good game, and the game just feels like it gets easier once you put the gun on.
It also matches your playstyle too, right? Like, if you're a Sandy Ravage, for example, a guy who likes to run and kill people from 12 feet away, then he might not find the FAMAS to be OP compared to, say, like the AK-74U or the Spectre or something.
I mean, 74U rapid fire still probably would give the FAMAS a run for his money close range all
Close range,
day.
I guess. But like when I look at how Wings plays, what he does really well is get on target fast from medium and long distance. Like that's the thing that he does a lot better than most. So a gun like the FAMAS really suits that style. Whereas if you're like, I'll say Sandy again, well, what he does really well is navigate the map and kill people from up close. And for him, maybe a gun like the AK-74U or Spectre is a beastly gun.
Did anybody see his recent one though? His recent video there, I think it was just yesterday, where he put up a game with the FAMAS on a Quarry, and like this is his 5th game in. He was taking shots every time he got an AC 130, and he got his nuke in under 3 minutes with the FAMAS. He was just raping fuckers all over the place.
This is the burst fire Modern Warfare 2 from us.
Yeah. He was a monster with that gun.
That was my baby too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Onslaught loved that gun as well.
Hey, I still use the M16.
You do. You used it in Billionaire Challenge as well.
Yeah, I did.
Yep. So, you know what? One thing I want people to know about the Billionaire Challenge, XJaws has been having people fuss at him for screen watching. But what people don't know is before that challenge started, we all talked about it and we said, We all talked about it, and we said that the screen watching was, difficult to enforce and difficult to.
Woody, you might want to watch my video before you keep talking.
What did you say in your video?
I'm building a campaign of hate around him screen peeking.
Oh my God, your video's full of crap. Your video's full of crap.
Wings, man.
Wings. Oh, all right, I'm gonna expose Wings right now. Oh, that's so unfair. The truth is, we all talked and we all agreed that screen watching was okay. We're like, it's hard to resist, it's hard to enforce. What are you gonna do? If we're all sitting here looking at everybody,
Woody has just messed up my whole propaganda plane here.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. But yeah, I actually didn't screen peek, but it wasn't because of some false morality. In the warm-ups, I tried to screen peek, and it was ridiculously hard. Like, I'd look over, I'm like, all right, Wings is in a garage. Which garage? We're talking about Nuketown. Is he next to the kitchen or next to the living room? Unless I sit there and look at his screen for I don't know, 4 or 6 seconds, I wouldn't really know where he was. Like, all right, he's next to the building. Dude, a lot of places on Nuketown look pretty darn similar. And if you didn't really watch, or if you just gave a snapshot and said, where is he? It was hard to tell. And eventually I was like, you know what? I'm better at just watching my screen.
I didn't screen peek until the 1v1 scenario, because I didn't know we were going to go into 1v1 type gameplays. I thought we were just going to do a bunch of free-for-alls and have score tallies and stuff like that.
I thought it was a pretty good show. I liked the one-for-one.
And you can't help but screen peek when it's 1v1. You're sitting there wondering, where the hell is he? We had no sound. There was no headsets.
Yeah.
So, and there was no sound in-game either.
And we all ran Ninja. Like idiots.
No, I didn't. I ran Tech Dance Pro, son.
Oh, did you? Yeah, you were smart. You also ran Hardened, which combined with screen peeking is freaking brilliant. It didn't even occur to me until the next day. Oh, you know what? If I can see where he is by screen peeking and I'm running Hardened, that's awesome. I was like, how is Wings crushing this guy second floor Nuketown all the time? And that couldn't have hurt.
By the way, if you comment on my videos about this right here, I will still block you for people that are doing it right now.
Oh, that's funny you're building. That's not right. Extras doesn't want you doing that.
We agreed on it. We had it planned out. We were going to start a fake war based off of it to promote the Billionaire Bash 2.
He agreed to that?
Yes.
I would have never agreed to that.
Yeah, he was going to deny screen peeking.
There's so much footage of it. If you watch the commentator, if you watch the Billionaire Challenge, every time they show extras on screen, he's not looking at his own screen. He's always looking.
See, my eyes didn't move a lot, so you could barely tell if I even did it.
Oh, mercy.
How many people have you blocked on YouTube?
Over 12,000.
Really? That's almost my entire channel.
My word.
The big number is how many unsub to Wings. Wings is like crack cocaine. I think they unsub and then they can't stay away and they come back. Because the guy has 400,000 unsubs or something insane like that.
I even did that myself there at one stage. I think after one PKA, I think I'd had a few bottles, and Wings, fuck it, I don't give a shit about my subscribers. I think I remember a podcast with that, and I said, fuck you, I'm unsubing. And then a week later, I was watching them raping people on some Modern Warfare 2 podcast. Damn it, I'm back again.
Yep. I imagine some guys have unsubbed and resubbed and whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me some unsubbers tomorrow because I'm posting Vietnam gameplay, and then I probably won't post Battlefield again for a month. They'll be waiting on it.
Just reeling them all in and then saying, no, that's enough Battlefield for you.
There's a guy who's in the stream who just said he unsubbed you for calling G-Unit a sand nigger. Do you still maintain that's not racist? Dude, that's racist. You can't say that.
Racist. That's like calling me white.
No, it's different. It's totally different. Something like that.
Oh.
It cracks me up that you think that's not racist.
No, the defense, it's just like calling me white.
I mean, I guess I'm less sensitive than other people. Like, you can call me like a Guido all day long, or like, was that one white racist slur?
Honky?
No, like,
Wings, is that your phone again?
Yes.
Is it racist to call you phone-tarded? Because that thing's been ringing all podcast long.
I think somebody got hold of my number and they put it on the internet somewhere. Because I've been getting probably 70 calls a day.
Oh, that stinks. That stinks.
Just like
definitely wasn't that Type 9 website, no?
No. They said my pictures of my penis was perfectly all right.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, no. There's what is it?
Gringo?
Like Gringo.
Honky? Is that the one you were going for?
Yeah.
Cracker, honky,
Gringo's technically racist, but I don't give a shit. Like, you call me Gringo, like, what's up, player?
That's
What
the
about poor
thing.
Sideshow? Poor Sideshow getting called a leprechaun all the time. That is hurtful stuff.
The one thing about being white is that you pretty much can't hurt my feelings. Like honky, cracker, gringo.
I don't know, man. Whether you get a porn star onto the line to tell me my dick is small, that gets me. I'm white. That gets me exactly where it hurts.
Yeah.
So, Sideshow, let me ask you, what's your opinion on Warwick Davis?
I don't know who that is, Wings.
Well, look it up and you'll feel very insulted.
Who is it?
He played the leprechaun in all the movies.
Oh, I'm not looking at him.
He's got a family.
All right, guys, I think that's Painkiller Already, episode 60.
All right. Thanks
You
for
guys
coming.
want to
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Aye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So now, level of exposure. There are, I don't know, just shy of 5,000 people in the stream, but you're not being recorded for the podcast anymore.
Can I request we take out that sand nigger comment right there toward the end?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Because that's on the actual podcast. It's not a free show.
All right. Then maybe we'll cut it dramatically because right before that was the X-Jaws thing. Maybe we can cut that whole thing off and.
I mean, it's not even accurate, is it? I mean, where's he from? He's not.
Is he Indian?
I think it's something like that. Is it Madagascar? I don't know. It's somewhere unusual, but it certainly isn't what would be considered.
They took the story out of context. The reason I called him that at that point was he was known for like whoring out every dual commentary he could get to.
G-Unit?
Yeah. When he first started up, he was setting up games. He even set up a knifing only nuke to get a dual com with Blade. Like anybody that was willing to put him on his channel, he was down to dual com with. And it pissed me off because like I've worked for most of the subs on my channel. Like I've literally, I didn't do much crossover that was off of my channel. I think I've done like maybe 3 videos
Now let me
combined.
fix the history here, right? Your channel was fine. It had like 12,000 subs or something. You did a dual com with me, and now you have like 250,000.
Yeah, something like that.
I just think if you're going to be racist, you might as well be accurate.
I had a friend now. I had a friend a lot. No, sorry, she still is my friend, and we'd call her that as a joke. She was from India. We'd call her that as a joke as friends, but I'm not sure it'd be something I'd say to someone I didn't know. Definitely not sure I'd say
You
that.
called her a
Yeah,
person?
yeah. As a joke, like this was a girl I'd been with a few times, but yeah, as a joke.
You must not know Wings. I mean, I was in the middle of West Hollywood and assaulted somebody's truck while they had the windows down, walking in front of him.
I'd imagine that Genie is probably fairly hardened to criticism by now. Anyway, he must have taken a lot of shit, over the last.
You get thick skin. You do like.
But his was the first huge scandal, wasn't it? He was the first huge big thing on YouTube, like the big scandal, was he? Or was there anything before that?
Started. So it
Yeah.
got much bigger on
across
a wider audience.
I'm not sure.
happens
Yeah,
with
I'm not sure they had many videos with like what was it, 6 million views in 2 days or something, or
Was
maybe
it
it's
6
something
or
like that.
1?
I think it was.
I don't know. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. I just threw a number out there.
But like
it was a big video.
Yeah, million view gaming videos didn't happen when that popped up.
Yeah.
If that happened today, though, people would be like, "Who gives a shit?"
That's what I was saying. I mean, there's a lot more controversial topics going around the place
Yeah, but
since then.
when it happened,
Sorry.
when that happened, everybody was trying to put the best shit they could possibly get on Machinima. It wasn't like the circus they're doing now, where everybody gets a turn to come up and show what they brung for the show and tell day. You know, back then I was trying to get like kill streakless nukes. I was trying to get riot shield nukes. I was trying to get 40-0 flawless games. You go on Machinima.
Two nukes on a. Sorry, what are you going?
I'm sorry, I think I interrupted you just as much. But FPS Kyle would say that he would commentate videos, but to get complete silence, like a dog would bark or something like that, he used to go out into his car to commentate the videos to get full Machinima quality silence.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Really?
And then we see all this hard work, and we see this guy drop a 30-second nuke, and I'm sitting there breaking it. I watched the video probably 50 times. I'm like, this isn't feasible. This cannot happen. And I downloaded the video and put it in Vegas and started slow-moing parts. Yeah, and then I made a video about it.
That was before I was into YouTube, but I didn't even notice. I just assumed. I was amazed. I was like, I called my brother over. Look at this shit. And he was real into COD. He wouldn't watch it on YouTube, but he was real into it. And he goes, "That's fake." I'm like, "How do you know?" He goes, 6 people don't rush to be like that in a 6-man domination. And I said, "Oh, yeah." So I wouldn't have even noticed.
Usually rush to B. That's true. It seemed fortunate. It wasn't until I saw. So they capped B. One guy ran away from B under the plane on terminal, turned around and ran back to the already captured B with his 5 teammates, and he naded him. And I didn't notice it at first, but that to me was the absolute kicker. When the guy ran away from a captured flag, that's normal behavior. The other 5 staying there is suspicious. Guy number 6 coming back? That's insane. That's how you know it's fake.
Yeah. Yeah, no. My point was though I didn't even notice it, and I'm sure a couple, I'd say a serious amount of people at the time who were less experienced with the game like me, I'd say they didn't notice it either, and I'd say they were showing their friends, and their friends were showing their friends. I'd say it got really big.
I think a lot of people were rewatching it to see if it was real, pumped up the view count.
Yeah.
Like your Wingsay watched it 50 times. I know I watched it maybe 10-ish.
Yeah, it'd be the same.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys who gave the thing repeat views and cracked it up to 1 million back when 1 million was unheard of. Right now, 1 million view videos come every now and then. Freaking white boy gets one daily. But
Russia.
Right, Russia. But he doesn't do gaming vids anymore.
He burst into it. He really found a nice spot in the market there, didn't he?
He did
with those gaming or gun videos. That was a very good.
I'd go so far and say G-Unit faked a great deal of his starting videos.
Oh yeah. It's harder to prove some of the other ones, but like I saw him do a shotgun gameplay on Wasteland, and he went he was unkillable on Wasteland.
68-3.
He was like rushing all over the place out in the open. Nobody was shooting him. People were aiming at the sky, no scoping. He got into one of the little barns on Wasteland. Is it Wasteland? The one with all
Wasteland,
all the grass and stuff.
Yeah.
He got into a barn and there were 4 people in there, and he just shot them one by one like they were mannequins. Really?
Yeah.
How often do you get into a shotgun with a 4-on-1 situation with the spaz and kill them all? I never survive that stuff. One of them hits me. If I'm lucky, I'll get 2 before I'm down. To go and kill all 4 with a spaz, total of 6 shots. That's
I think
he also got the nuke and search. Did you guys see that one?
You got 2 of them.
Yeah,
2 of them.
He has got the knife only nuke.
I know, but
on terminal.
Yeah,
that was bullshit.
He came straight out with that one with Hutch. Was it Hutch?
Yeah,
I just called him out. Yeah.
He did a Camp Hutch, and he admitted that, and the terminal one were fake. On the other hand, I think it's Guns for Hire got a legit knife-only nuke.
Yeah, and then Blade went mad at that. Jeez, it's crazy how much you remember from the YouTube experience, isn't it? Just reminiscing about videos through 2-3 years ago.
If I remember right, Blade wasn't actually I don't know if he was mad.
No.
He was in this big Skype call. There were 25 people in it. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, that wasn't really real." And then Blade mentioned it wasn't really real in one of his videos.
Yeah.
And then Guns for Hire got upset at the accusation, but
Guns for Hire went mad though. He went crazy angry in his video.
yeah, that was part of his character at the time, though, right? Like he had that 6-inch beard thing, and he would like everything he would do had a lot of passion behind it. I remember. He and Spider-Bite would be like, settle down. And he's like, no, the haters fuel me. I love this. And the more they're mad at me, the more they watch. And, like that was like, he had really thick skin and he didn't mind if people got mad. So he brought that like energy to all his commentaries. And, that was that.
Guys, a question for the big guys. I don't know how you do it. I get a comment on a video, any given video, saying, this is shit gameplay," something like that, or "this is boring," and for me, that's a block there. I mean, if they don't want to listen to me chat, that's a block. But
hey, Sideshow.
You guys put up with, I know you guys put up with way more worse. And
just go look at my picture of me holding the dog. Just read the comments on that. I bet you 60% of them are them calling me fat. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you do, right? Like
I do in real life when motherfuckers want to fight on a plane because I'm fat. But if a motherfucker want to call me fat on the internet, fuck his ass.
Yeah, but at the same time, would you not be like, fuck his ass? And actually higher. Let's stop there for a second. Fuck his ass. That's terrible.
Like, really? That's what you went with, Jordy? Like,
yeah. And he's calling me about, fuck your ass. But no, hang on. What was he saying there, lads? I'm losing my train of thought.
You were talking about the hate on YouTube videos.
Yeah. Would you not say, fuck his ass, and then block him? Or would that...
No, more like, I wonder if I could put his head through the fuselage. That's the...
So, for me, Sideshow, like, 95% of the time I'm totally hardened to it. I put up a video today where people said that the gameplay was too campy. And it's like, really, I didn't think it was all that campy. I think I ran a circle around the entire map. That's not what camping is. I didn't sit there looking out the window waiting for traffic. I always came to the traffic. You're just wrong. Other times they'll say ridiculous stuff. There's one guy who started he probably started like 12 different accounts, all of them like insulting my son. And that had no impact on me whatsoever. Every now and then, especially if it's somebody that I know, you will say something that like kind of catches my. Someone wrote 18-3. I was 18-2 in that game, by the way. Someone will write, something that like finds that Achilles heel, finds that vulnerability where it actually did hurt my feelings, and it's like, oh, that sucks. Why'd you say that?
Scrim versus the Hollywood Angels.
But at the same time, Woody, at the same time, your channel, when it was growing up. I wasn't there from the start, but from when it was getting really big, I came after. I think it was the video you did on Hutch's channel. I was like, this is gas. But after that, your channel was aimed at making people for the not as good player, getting them better. So when you get a comment saying this is campy, would that not piss you off? Saying, yeah, but I'm showing players how to get better. No, just straight over the head.
I don't know, like if someone will say that, oh shucks, I put up Mail Monday, right? Now Mail Monday is not about the gameplay, right? I can't think of a freaking series on YouTube that's less about the gameplay than Mail Monday. And I sort of started off and I said, look, this is kind of me in an average game. Truth is maybe better than average because I capped like 6 flags in it. But, whatever. So in that game, I ended up leading the lobby. I captured 6 flags. I had a 2 KD. And the rest of my team, wasn't that strong. Like I felt like we won that game because of me. Whatever, I'll throw it on a Mail Monday. I'm not going to talk about the gameplay when the gameplay was just so. But whatever. Some guy hates on it. Thunder Tor retweets his hate. And it's like that kind of thing. It's like, really, like, why that? And it turns out later in Thunder Tor's defense, he watched the video and said that, it was actually pretty good gameplay. Like, he got 6 flag caps, 2 KD, won the game, led the lobby, that it wasn't so bad. But that kind of thing, like, when well-known commentators and stuff start hating on me, it's like, wow, that hurts a lot more.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember my Wings of Redemption's history video series. The very first game in that series is a 57-3 with a MAC-10 with 10 captures and 14 defends. And people said I camped that game.
Wow. Do you guys still watch YouTube for gameplays? I mean, unless it's like something crazy.
I'll watch the occasional Onslaught or the Kimbo, or sorry, not Kimbo Slice, Sandy Ravage. I'll watch the occasional one like that, but most of the time I'm listening to the lads. You know,
I was gonna say I think the only guy I watch for gameplay that I can think of off the top of my head is Sandy. And I still watch videos, but a lot of it is. Sometimes I watch videos just to stay on top of the scene, like to see what people are up to, what kind of stuff they make. Sometimes I watch videos because I really like what they have to say and it entertains me. And about the only case where I watch it to see what amazing things some guy did with this controller is Sandy.
Yeah. Can I ask you? I don't know if I don't know if you know if we should be talking about this, but how does he get away with putting up the all the Metallica music and stuff on his channel? I've always wondered that.
I don't think he does it anymore.
He still does it, but he doesn't. He just doesn't put ads on those videos when he does it.
Yeah, I heard you even get stung for that now. Recently, I heard you get in trouble for that. I don't know now. I'm
not even.
I don't think Sandy cares. I think he's becoming a lawyer or something. This isn't his main demographic.
That's a good point. Yeah,
he's getting a master's degree in computer science. That's what he does during the day.
I don't think YouTube's in it. I don't think YouTube's in his like big, end of life goals right now.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I know what you mean.
But I'm getting off the call, guys.
Oh, you're all done?
Yep.
Okay, Wings. Talk to you later, man.
All right, guys.